Floyd and he was me,
Yeah.
he wouldn't never have to fight again because that exhibition shit,
Yeah.
as me being his little brother, hey, little bro, we finna do 10 rounds and we both gonna get 100+ million for it.
Right.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
Right.
well, I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Right.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
In the building. Make sure y'all subscribe to Jusdueboxing, the best boxing talk on YouTube.
Jusdueboxing in the building, 4 o'clock shorty, man. Y'all make sure y'all check him out. He's going to be live today at 4 o'clock, man. And he's going to be spewing some good stuff as he always do with an unbiased approach, man. He's probably the most unbiased channel on YouTube.
What's going on? And one of my favorite channels, if y'all into that pugilistic perfection, if y'all into that boxing, that's that boy Jusdueboxing here on YouTube. Make sure y'all check out Jusdueboxing, the only unbiased boxing channel on YouTube, because I am definitely biased when I talk about boxing. So
as always, we got to shout out everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to my brother Jusdu. Y'all make sure y'all go sub to Just, man. Just doing a hell of a job over there. Had a great interview today. The brother, and I say it respectfully, one of the most non-biased individuals that I've ever heard speak on the sport of boxing. And I got a lot of love and respect for my brother Just, man. And right now, we're going to give him his just due. Shout out to my brother Jusdu, man. Much love and respect.
What's good? What's good? Salute to the family. How y'all feeling on this good Sunday afternoon, man? We back to build on this boxing and give it its just due. Man, we gonna talk about it, man. Last night, just when you thought it couldn't get any worse for DB3, man, it took a turn for the worse. And man, they gonna have to face a lot of criticism for a while before they could get from away from this, man. I think they let a lot of people down. More importantly, the city, man, how many people that they had coming out to support them, even after the main event got canceled, these people still showed up and showed out, and you repaid them by just going left. And listen, I get it. Emotions run high, things happen, but you can't allow stuff like this to happen, especially in a situation where you already fumbled the opportunity. This dude, y'all know I've been rocking with the whole DB3 And I've been a heavy advocate for Keyshawn Davis, but if he a real one, he know like this conversation gonna be real because he did more than shoot himself in the foot, man. He took several steps back, and it didn't even have to go this route. Like I think even with him not competing, they still could have got through this night and salvaged the night. Even with Kelvin taking his first loss, they still could have salvaged the night. You know what I mean? I think had they went into the locker room with the intentions to give Nahir Albright his just due and his respect, everything would have been different. People would have looked at it a lot differently. That would have been the story that people would have been telling. Yeah, DB3, they came back in the locker room with the brothers and they, dapped me up, told me good fight, gave me my respect and kept it moving, right? But instead, y'all took a different approach. And like I said, it ain't too many reasons or excuses that you can give for the behavior that took place last night. It's disappointing and it's unnecessary, bro. And it's good that nobody got hurt, but shit like this can't happen. You get what I'm saying? Just a bad look for the whole brand, for the city. So many people coming out to watch you. So many people with high expectations, right? And genuinely getting behind y'all movement, man. You're the first champion since Sweet Pea. You get what I'm saying? And you fumbled the title on the scale. From what I understand, it was intentionally planned, and it backfired. And you got this moniker called the businessman, and you've been that for the better part of your career. But I think last night was a poor example and representation of what you've been building and what you represent. And I hope for his sake that he come out with a real statement, at least to his people, to the ones that he feel like rock with him, to his family. Like they deserve that much, some kind of a statement, man. Because and at the end of the day, you ain't got to explain, but just take accountability, man. If you try to tuck your tail on this or you just treat it like it don't matter, you're going to lose some of the people, man. I don't think that's something that you want to do. With the incident that took place based on how it's being reported, I wasn't there, but they're reporting it as y'all jumped somebody, and if you doing that, then there's no place in the boxing world for that. Like boxing is the wild, wild west, but not even this sport will tolerate that. You're on a major network, major platform like Top Rank, man. All eyes is on you for better or for worse. You don't continue when you got the spotlight on you to make it worse for yourself. You get what I'm saying? Y'all went to the locker room with bad intentions. Why you went in there is beyond me. I don't think Albbright was disrespectful unless I missed something, because the guy got his win. He was happy, celebrated his win, and went on about his business. And we thought it was over. But in the middle of the Abdullah Mason fight, they started talking about it, and on the telecast, letting you know that they, it was an altercation and they don't put hands on Albbright. He was sitting around with a big ass knot on his head, just looking crazy. So it's just not a good look for the whole DB3, man, movement, man. Y'all gonna have to really lock in and buckle down, man, because situations like this could go really far left, and you could find yourself on the shelf. You could find yourself without a home. All these different things is possible, and that's not nothing that you need when you're a talent like Keyshawn, man. You gotta realize with the actions that you displayed last night, you played into a lot of the narratives and the different talking points and different little reservations that certain people had about you. And y'all could try to say all you want, you don't care what people think, but you should care about the ones that truly support you, the ones that's really behind the movement and everything you got going on. You know what I'm saying? That's like a spit in the people's face, to blow weight like that. No real formal apology for real. Like you moving funny and you're not bigger than the sport. And when people feel as though that's how you moving, you're going to lose the very same support that you spent so many years gaining. You don't want to do that. It's not a good look, bro. There's no excuse that you need to make. It's all about accountability and understanding that you use this moment for the wrong reasons. You had the light shined on you and you mismanaged the hell out of the situation, from being 4.3 pounds overweight to supporting your brother. And I know it was hard watching your big bro take an L to somebody that you beat. I know you, in your mind, you felt like Kelvin was going to knock this guy out. And as the fight played on round after round, it just wasn't the case. And I knew that was getting under your skin because every time the camera panned to Keyshawn, he was pissed off. You could tell he was pissed off. He was not feeling it, bro. He was looking up at the monitor at the time, trying to gauge how much time was left because he knew his bro was running out of time to try to change what was going on in the fight. And I get it, bro. It's hard to see your bro lose and getting boxed, but it was a fair fight. He did well, man. Like, he just, he was getting beat to the punch. He obviously made some mistakes in the fight, but it's part of the game, man. You live and you learn. But I think it would have showed a lot, and it would have spoke volumes about DB3 as a whole, as a movement, had y'all all went in the locker room with the intent to congratulate this man and give him his props for winning. And if you were really so mad, then you could have challenged him for a fight at 140, because I'm pretty sure he would have took it. You going to 140 anyway, right? So, you know what I mean? You could have challenged him for a fight, and I think a lot of people would have respected that. And when I say mismanage the situation, there was a way to salvage, to a degree, the fact that you didn't make it in the ring with Evan De Los Santos. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but pardon me if I didn't. He missed out on $1 million payday. I'm not in nobody pockets, but bro, it's only up from there. It's only up from there, and there's no telling like what kind of damage this really did to your situation internally. So I hope that this is a one-off. This is not something that we're going to see in the future. This is not something that we can expect to see from y'all, man, because, again, y'all got the limelight. Y'all got something special going on. You might not be the oldest brother, but you're the furthest along in your career, and they looking at you to make the right decisions. If you make the wrong decision and fail, then y'all all fail collectively, because you the one kind of holding the torch, leading the DB3. And, it was some poor choices and decisions being made last night. You had your kid in the back. I seen a clip where, you almost knocked the kid out the stroller. It was a lot, man. It looked nasty, man. So you really a man, and I think you are. If you really gonna be the businessman, which I think you can be, you got to get out in front of this shit. Don't come out and make a half-ass statement. Don't come make a no ignorant statement. Don't come out talking like you mad at the fans. We didn't do it. We was behind you 1,000,000%. Everybody was picking you to pretty much smoke Edwin De Los Santos, beside a few others, obviously, but everybody was behind you. This ain't the way to do it, bro. You fumbled big time. You know what I mean? Mismanaged the hell out the situation, and I think you're going to have to really eat this. You know what I mean? But we're going to keep building, man. Yeah, where we at on the likes, man? If y'all didn't, man, make sure y'all smash the like button, sub to the channel. Turn y'all notifications on. Support the grind. We gonna keep building, man. Shout out to 2 Cents. What's good with Elijah in the building? Latifah, Hitman, Robert. What's good? 619 in the building. Old Money Swag. What it do? Money in the building. Crash Out Key. Cornelius. What's good with it? 2 Cents. BJ 33 in the building. John Wick. Damon. What's good? Jamel. What's good? Family Fate. My God. Richard Paris. What's good with it? Shout out to Watch for the Hook, man. Yeah, man, DB3. Yeah, it was terrible, man. Big Supreme, what it do on me? Hell go the mask. Was good. Shout out to my baby girl, the Queen, Miss Just doing the building. Light was good with the fam. Jordan was good. Shout out to everybody. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. GQ was good. We gonna build on it, man. Y'all know me. I'm not big on using these moments to tear fighters down, but I will use it as an opportunity to hold him accountable for everything that he did last night. And like I said, outside of him doing something to your family outside the ring, or some type of disrespect aimed your way, maybe you could see something like this happening, but not when a man in the locker room enjoying his win and minding his business. Do y'all see it fit to gang up on that man and jump him? You can't do that. And look, they also put out a statement and they said they didn't jump him. So whatever it was, the interaction wasn't with the best intentions, and y'all got almost the worst result. The only thing worse that could have happened at the last night was somebody going to jail. And hopefully, I'm glad that didn't happen. But you got people talking about suing and all different types of things. So you got to be careful, man, because not only did you not make a bag, you had to pay Edwin De Los Santos. He made his full purse. You know what I'm saying? De Los Santos was paid his full purse. You get me? And now you missed out on $1 million payday. And then you could be facing legal action because they rightfully could sue if they wanted to press charge or something like that. And that's just a whole other issue you don't need in your life. Why? Because you've been doing so well. You've been going flying straight and doing it the right way. You've been showing people why you the businessman. You really had people buying into your product. This is very disappointing, bro. And listen, I could have this conversation without having to go left on them because it's unnecessary. I'm going to say that for everybody else. But I'm going to have a real conversation. That dude need to take a couple steps back, kind of hit the refresh, the restart button, man. Do this shit over. Luckily for you that this is boxing and this is not like one of the team sports where this will get you off a team. You get what I'm saying? Luckily, this is boxing, but it's still some ramifications and some consequences that could come from this situation. You just got to be smart enough to play your cards right to not worsen this situation. Like, and not only that, like, think about it. You got a kid out there. You get what I'm saying? Your mom is out there. You got your brothers looking up to you. You got the city behind you on your back, essentially. You bringing out AI. You got Mike Vick in videos and pictures with you, bro. You got Bomac, one of the best trainers in the world, man. One of the best trainers in the world, man. You got so many people looking at you and speaking highly of you. And I know, I don't care what you say. If you real, you feeling this shit today, man. You woke up today like, man, that wasn't it. Ain't no way you convince yourself like, yeah, it's all good. Nah, it's not. It's not all good, bro. Because you know people gonna go crazy with it. So, like I said, if I was him, man, I would be getting out in front of this, man, like a real one. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't about excusing yourself. You don't have to. It's unacceptable. I tripped out, made a mistake. It shouldn't have happened. I should have went back there, shook that man hand. I should have demonstrated to everybody, my team, everybody that I was watching, how a champion's supposed to move. Even though you didn't have the belt no more, don't mean you got to move like you ain't got nothing to lose, right? Yeah, you lost the belt on the scale. Yeah, you lost out on $1 million payday, but don't that you still got your career intact, bro. Don't lose that too. Don't give people a reason to not give you your credit for what you built, bro. I take this shit serious because I really support these dudes. I spend an enormous amount of time giving these dudes their credit, and I'm high on, fighting that good fight and making sure that I'm not ever tearing these guys down. But when you make decisions like this and you don't move accordingly, then you put yourself in a situation to face unnecessary scrutiny. There's no explaining it. It's gonna be if you don't respond right, like the way you continue to move, like for example, right, you blew weight. There was a way to kind of salvage what was a bad situation after that. There was a way. Coming out once that happened and the fight was off, a real statement needed to be issued, an apology on everybody that was coming out supporting you, because it was thousands of people asking for refunds, bro. That shit wasn't it. You get what I'm saying? You got thousands of people asking for refunds, man. Like, it even got back to your little bro. You know what I'm saying? Even got back to your little bro, because you got thousands of people out there asking for their money back. You get me?
Hey, man. Kelvin and Keon still fight the mob. I got people asking for money back. I feel very disrespected. Do not come to my face. Don't talk to me. Straight like that.
See? And you know what? I got the chance to meet him once. I ain't saying I know him personally and none of that. Got to take a flick with him. Good energy, good dude. But now, Keon, you got it wrong. If you feel disrespected, think about how the people that was spent all week, ever since the announcement of the fight, talking about how they buying their tickets and how you about to show out, how your brother's about to show out, how DB3 is about to put on, how DB3 about to really be the next best thing in the city. Think about all of those people that's disappointed. You looking at it wrong. For people to be asking for refunds, you know where your energy should be directed, and it's unfortunate. But your big bro, in actions and different things like that. That's what led to that, and that was before the altercation. That was just, you get me? That was just Keyshawn missing weight alone. But then again, y'all turn around and this happened, and you feel disrespected. Think about the fans. They none of these people got the show that it was looking for. The main event wasn't there. Imagine paying for the main course, but when it's time to eat it, they send some other shit out. And of course, I ain't saying Abdullah is a bad replacement. but it's still something missing. It's still a whole fight missing that you didn't get. So imagine paying for the main course and not getting it. Imagine that. So, and people still decided to show out. Why? Because like you mentioned in that clip, Keon and Kelvin was still fighting. Despite Kelvin losing, you won. You went out there and got a body shot win, knockout win. You know what I mean? Had your man crawling on all fours. You did him filthy. Beautiful win. But then your name was synced in part of the, you know, the altercation. It wasn't Kelvin. Kelvin was keeping it cool from what Nahir Albright said. He said Kelvin was keeping it cool. Said, you know, the other two, Keon and Keyshawn was on one. So, look, man, it's unfortunate, bro, but you gotta do better, man, because, you know, you talked about, you know, understanding how Tank feel and leveling with him, right? But you ain't nowhere near that level yet. And these are things that come with that. The spotlight is shine bright, bro, whether you ready for it or not. I noticed, shout out to Cigar Talk, man. I noticed you was talking to Najee, you ran down your itinerary and all the different things that you had to do, you know, leading up to the fight. And I do think that it's a chance that some of these things could have got away from you. You know what I'm saying? And as a result, you know what I mean? Maybe you miscalculated, maybe something got in your head, but you shouldn't have blew weight like that, bro. And not only did you lose the title on the scale, you losing the fans now because of how you behave, even before the fight. You know what I mean? You was on camera stuffing your face with popcorn. I'm about to play the clip. 815, what it do? Shade with peace to the queen. Jay Smith, shout out to you, fam. D-Man, my bro, what's good, fam? How you feeling? Shout out to the queen. Creole, my dog, what's good with it, man? Yeah, I thought it couldn't get worse, Jordan. I really thought it couldn't get worse. Samuel, what it do? Rebel like boxing, what's good, fam? How you feeling? Good to see you in the building. Vo Majesty, what's good, fam? We gonna keep building. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Sub to the channel. Support the grind. Julio, what's good with it? Yeah, man. Lewis 45 Hundo in the building. This way, you're one of the only channels that give him grace. You get me? Try to give him some grace, right? You get me. I'm glad you pointed it out. But so you see how I'm fair with these guys. You get what I'm saying? Lisa, peace to the queen. How you feeling today? But it's like it's no excuse that I can give him right now. It's none. I can't. Damn, Key, you ain't leave your boy no breathing room on this one. Greg, what's good with it? You get me? I'm just due for real, but you ain't give me no breathing room on this one, bro. I can't give you I can't stall you out, Debo. Can't even stall my boy out because you wild out. And look, I don't have all the answers. Like I said, I'm still supporting him. I'm just not supporting none of that energy, none of the missing weight, the behavior afterwards, not putting out a statement, following it up with an altercation in the back, acting that way. You got a kid present. I ain't rocking with none of that, but I'm still supporting Keyshawn Davis, the boxer, man, because I think this could be a teachable moment. But before you get to that teachable moment, there's a process that got to take shape. And there's a lot of accountability that got to, you know what I mean, that you just own up to. You got to really realize the magnitude of the situation and how bad everything could have went. It could have went even worse because then you have other people getting involved. Get what I'm saying? Eyes are on you, bro. You the bag. You can't be the bag blowing the bag. You get what I'm saying? Your brother's trying to get to where you at. They ain't gonna get there. You ain't leading, right, man? You in a position to lead, man, and they gonna follow. You got to do it the right way. Got to do it the right way, bro. Think about it. Bud Crawford out there apologizing to the team on behalf of y'all. Y'all can't be running around like, we don't care. Nah, you got to care, man. You got to care because this y'all careers, man. You got to care about how you made it look when you had all the light shined on you. This is one of your biggest moments. This is about to be your second hometown fight. What? And it mattered. A title defense. Like you said, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be a movie. You bringing out all types of celebrities. You bringing out this one, that one. Think about that. And they still supported. Thousands of people showed up in attendance still to support that card, man. That's because y'all was on the bill. And this is not it, man. Get in front of this shit, man. You a man, you the businessman. You got to be that. You got to be that, man. You got to really own up to this shit. Man, y'all need to be issuing apologies, man. Y'all need to be hitting up Team Albbright, man, and all of that. You got to. And I don't even care if they mad just for what it's worth on some. Y'all got to be men before anything. Get what I'm saying? You're a man before anything else. And you gotta treat this situation accordingly. Your miscalculation with your weight, You blew over $1 million bag, and Edwin De Los Santos got paid his entire purse without having to sweat a single drop. He didn't have to fight for a single solitary second, and Edwin De Los Santos got paid. Just need you to know that. Edwin De Los Santos got paid, bro. Judah, what's good, Brody? How you feeling? John BX, my guy, appreciate the support as always, man. He said, damn, Just Keith went from the doorstep of superstardom and life-changing money to this shit house in 48 hours. It's actually sad, bro. It is. Because you know all the talent and the potential was there. He even got one of the best coaches doing it. Bomac was going on a hell of a run. He invested in you. He buying into Keyshawn, the product. They think extremely highly of you. They speak highly of you. You get what I'm saying? You left a lot of people hanging last night, bro. And I ain't even talking about me. Listen, I could process, I can deal with it. Shit happens, it's life. But everybody else ain't gonna look at it like that. You wild out. You can't move like this. You got, like I said, Bomac, you got your brothers, you got your mom, you got your sisters, you got your son. Get what I'm saying? You got your career. They got their careers. You have the torch for DB3. You are the brand ambassador of your own movement. Y'all got a gym. It's so many things. You out here purchasing properties. You out here talking about how you ain't even got to spend your money on jewelry because it's getting gifted to you and other. You get what I'm saying? Investments is paying for things. Like, you got so much cooking that's going the right way, bro. Don't do it. Do not blow it. Do not give these people a reason to talk crazy. But as of right now, you're just going to have to eat this. You're going to have to eat that criticism, everything that come with it. They're going to be talking crazy. It's going to go like that for a while. But it's all up to you. Like I said, this could be a make or break moment for your career. You could either learn you something, or you could become insignificant or irrelevant. You get what I'm saying? You fall by the wayside. You don't want that. You got everything in front of you. Bob Arum is literally out of your way and allowing you to grow and be the kind of star, the fighter that you want to grow and to be. You don't want to take these kind of steps back. You got too many people rocking with you. You got too much invested into the game, right? Way too much talent and potential. And you right there. You on the doorstep of superstardom, bro. You right there. You right there. You had you a sellout. All you had to do was complete the task. Had you another, it would have been, it's not guaranteed you would have fought, have been another sellout crowd. You go out there and cook De Los Santos. You get an opportunity, and look, for what it's worth, because you know the boxing world was looking to compare the two performances between you and Shakur. You had an opportunity to, in some eyes of the people, separate from him with a win over him, with the right kind of win. Despite Shakur being injured, people don't care. They like, bro, he go out there and handle De Los Santos. Hey, look, man, he different. It's a lot you could have did, and then took your ass happily to 140 and continue to cook up there. And guess who else just went up to 140 that found their tongue? Frank Martin, bro. Come on, man. You had this shit right. You had this shit, man. You had this shit right here paved out for you, and it was due to the hard work that you put in, bro. And you don't want to ruin it. Took way too many steps back, like last night, and then you did it collectively, and then you know your brother is gonna feed off your energy, man. I got brothers. Get what I'm saying? Like, you on some BS is more than likely somebody else gonna be on some BS with you. You get what I'm saying? Good for Kelvin that he kept a cool head, but you just can't have that happening, bro. You got way too many eyes on you, way too much riding on it, and you got a career that literally could go down as being one of the best if you just allow your talent to do what it do and stay focused. You just was out here talking like, man, you know it, man. When it's all said and done, I'm gonna be one of the best. That's not how you do it. And I ain't saying it's the end, but this is not, you know, a step forward to where you was trying to go. You get what I'm saying? You looking to be one of the absolute best ever. This don't get you there. That's all I'm saying. And the greatest fighters of all time had issues, but you don't need it to be self-inflicted, unprovoked, unwarranted, like so avoidable. You get what I'm saying? Shit like this. It's you were supposed to demonstrate how much you cared about the people, your city, everybody that was invested in your movement. You were supposed to show them that by, yo, man, I'm apologetic. Yo, I blew this weight. If you grew out the weight class and that's what you sticking to, then make sure you move in a certain way. You got people looking at you on camera, stuffing your face with popcorn after you blew weight. It's crazy. You get what I'm saying? They looking at, they like, yo, bro, ain't even care. You get me? They like, yo, there's no way he cared. There's no way he cared. You know what I'm saying? And again, yo, I ain't saying don't live life and don't do what you want to do, but don't give these people a reason, bro. Shout out to my guy, John BX. Don't give these people a reason. Don't add fuel to the fire by just, yeah, I blew weight and I'm stuffing my face. And I know it's only popcorn, but my bad, y'all. And I know it's only popcorn, but you know people gonna take it and run with it, man. It's a level of focus, man. It's some etiquette, man. It's a certain amount of humility you got to show in this situation, man. You gotta show people that you really gave a damn about not fighting, blowing weight, being so much over, being stripped of the title, getting the fight canceled, missing out on the payday. I mean, I can go on and on. You don't follow it up by a scuffle in the back room after a guy beat your brother fair and square, because now it's looking like you can't take a win and you are lost and you didn't even lose. The guy that lost wasn't even tripping. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know if anything was said. I don't know what led to it, but it shouldn't happen. It can't happen, bro, because you ain't going to have too many excuses. You're going to look like a troublemaker every time, 10 times out of 10 in this situation. T. Hill, Reef was good with it, bros. Disrespected the entire hometown. Everybody that came out and showed out for you. Chase Gotti was good with it. Keyshawn Brothers said the fans, they getting cooked. Yeah, man. Nah, you can't say that. You can't say F the fans, bro, because the fans are the ones that's supporting the movement. The fans are the ones getting behind you. This is what Jay Grant, what it do? John Wick. This is what Kelvin said. On behalf of DB3, we apologize for conducting ourselves in that way. Tension was high and emotions got the best of us. We will be back and better and more professional. It's ups and downs with this, and we're going to take what comes with it. With that being said, we didn't jump nobody, but keep believing the media that's twisting narratives. Part of the game, we will regroup, but it will be for us and not for our people. Shout out to the MF Juice, man. See, but that I don't get. It'll be for y'all. Yeah, you definitely need to make the changes for y'all, for sure. I get that. Rome was good, but it needs to be with the people in mind, though. You don't just change for the people. You change for yourself, and you change because you need to, right? But you do it with the people in mind. It's a lot of people that supported y'all, and you can't just say it's not for the people, right? Because you're gonna lose a lot of people like that. I'm just being real with you. So again, I think DB3 is a real movement, and I think y'all got an opportunity to be something special in this sport with the three brothers doing a thing like that. But it's all up to them. B-Dog, Thrill Hill was good with it. Yeah, it's making it worse. It's making it worse, bro. Kyle Cooler, blessings, family. How you feeling? Elijah was good, fam. Got to respect the game, and you got to respect the people that really rock with you. Worldwide Arts, what's going on? Said lost me as a fan. I get it. Listen, I ain't here. I get it. I get it. Some people just like they one and done. For me, I just look at it as it could be a teachable moment or it could be a make or break, right? It's up to him. It's up to all of them collectively. Kelvin didn't do no wrong from what I understood, but the other two got some work to do. Think they could clean up their situation and lock in, man. They could salvage their careers, man. This ain't got to be the end, but this could end up being just a blip in their careers, but it's really up to them mentally. You can't treat it like the people that's mad don't have a reason to be mad. You can't have the main event canceled and the main event guy is the one that's getting in damn near street fights. You can't have that. I'm a big supporter of DB3. I still rock with him. I'm just not rocking with nothing that I seen last night outside the ring. That whole situation was nasty work, bro. Nasty work. The entire situation was nasty. And it was hard to watch, man, to see them behaving like that, to giving it up that way, man. Get what I'm saying? Way too many eyes on y'all.
Win or lose. Unfortunately, that did not happen tonight in this building, which was supposed to be the weekend for the DB3 brothers. Keyshawn Davis was supposed to defend his lightweight world title. He lost it on the scale, weighing in 4.3 pounds above the weight limit. Edwin De Los Santos refused to step into the ring with him. 10,000 fans were supposed to be here. Over 2,000 demanded a refund. That was number one. Number two, Keon Davis, he looked spectacular in the ring. Finished his fight in the second round with a body shot knockout. That was a positive. Then Kelvin Davis, in our opening bout, lost by unanimous decision against Nahir Albright. And then all hell broke loose in the back. Attacks physically against Nahir Albright, allegedly by Keyshawn Davis and Keon Davis. And after Mark Kriegel interviewed Nahir Albright, this is what happened backstage. And you see punches being thrown, and Nahir Albright's brother is in the purple, and you just see Keyshawn Davis come in. The guy running in is Keon Davis, and things are being thrown. There's no room for this in the sport. There's no room for the Davis brothers to be in the building tonight. The police escorted them out. You saw a stroller being moved back. That's Keyshawn Davis being pushed away. But the reason he's so upset is because that's his son that's in that stroller. He goes back to retrieve his son. But why would you put your family in this type of situation? It's just uncalled for and unfortunate what we've seen here at the Scope Arena. This was supposed to be a celebration of all that is great with the Davis brothers and what they represent for Norfolk, Virginia. And when you end up having the police intervene and escort them out of the building, that's just definitely not the way this night, this weekend was supposed to take place, Mark.
That's just wild, man. Like, it's tough, bro. Like, you gotta be smarter. You know, I know it's frustrating watching your brother lose, like I said, but it was a fair fight. It was a scrappy fight. It was a tough fight for him. Albbright was really, really dialed in and hungry, and it showed in his approach and the way he pushed Kelvin back. The bigger guy backed him down and just went after him. Like, he really, really wanted it. And you would think, you know, that kind of win would earn the respect of even an opponent. Like, you got to respect it. This dude came to win, bro. You know what I mean? He fought a hard 10 rounds, bro. He fought tough. He fought solid. He was game. He had answers for Kelvin, right? Pushed him back, made it tough for him, hit him with big shots. Get what I'm saying? It gave Kelvin a rough time, you know? And that's just somebody you got to look at and be like, damn, I respect it. You get what I'm saying? And like I said, the story could have read much differently had y'all congratulated this dude, saluted him on his efforts and his win. And I'm telling you, it would have just been the stand-up thing to do. It would have been the stand-up thing to do. I think you would have got the respect of everybody that would have been watching. You know what I mean? And like I said, if you really wanted to, you could have offered that man and try to make another fight with him at 140 in a rematch for your brother. And there you go, a little storyline moving into your next weight class, right? You could get your revenge for your brother. You get what I'm saying? But it just wasn't in the cards last night. Shout out to the Queen Latifah. Appreciate you. Said the drama took away from Keon. That dude was win. Couldn't enjoy the main event because everyone was trying to see what was going on. Right? It was kind of distracting. It was. Good thing for Abdullah, man. He didn't know what was going on. He still handled business as usual because he still looked phenomenal how he always looked. You know what I'm saying? So, man, good statement for the most part from his brother. You know what I mean? But kind of lost me a little bit when you say it's not for the people. Tony was good with him. When it's not for the people, like I said, you don't just change for the people alone, but you change with the people in mind. It's a lot of, because other than that, what's the apology for? It's to the people. So you want to get things correct. So when the people, you know, the people don't lose, you don't lose them, man. We still got a reason to support y'all. But if you like, man, it's for us, not for our people. Well, like, and yeah, you specifically put this in parentheses, not for our people. Like, what do you mean? Like, we had to sit through that. We out here rocking with you, win, lose, or draw. You think I cared that Kelvin lost? I didn't care. I still was rocking with him, is what I mean when I say I ain't care. I know it was a tough loss for him, but I'm still rocking with him. I don't care about no fighter losing a fight. It's part of the game. Get what I'm saying? Albbright got a few losses, right? So what? He's still a good fighter, right? But you don't crash out after it. And Kelvin, you didn't crash out. Your statement was cool all the way up into the end, to the our people part. The our people, not for our people. Nah, your people had y'all back. Your people was in attendance, thousands in attendance. You know what I'm saying? Just never forget that. So, again, man, then you got Edwin De Los Santos, Edwin De Los Santos, Jordan, in the party. Edwin De Los Santos said, enjoy your party tonight. Now it's DB1, not DB3. Damn. Edwin said, both of y'all knocked off. Keyshawn, no. Kelvin off. He said, only Keon wanted. Y'all, he called y'all DB1. Damn. Man. Legacy Mind said, what it do, Jake Grant? Albbright gave Keyshawn a tough fight. So, yeah, he was very scrappy in that fight. I just felt like Keyshawn definitely beat him, right? But he was scrappy in that fight. You know what I mean? Driving the news, the weight strip. Preston Mason losing to Albbright. Yeah. Just iced the cake, man. It did, man. Ill Will in the building was good, right? Yeah, man. It was being emotional. Appleton was good with it. Calvin big for nothing. Got his ass whipped. Yeah, he lost that fight. Better game plan, better approach, better execution from Nahir Albright. There's really no excuse. He didn't execute. You know what I'm saying? I seen him fight way better fights. He had a rough night last night, and he had a better guy in front of him, a hungrier man. That dude was very hungry. That's what it looked like to me. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Jay. I don't know what he talking about with that one. You know what I'm saying? What do you mean with that? Not for the people. He called him DB1, man. Not footage. Look crazy. Yeah, look crazy. Dude, what's good, cuz? How you feeling? What's good with it, man? Fight wasn't even close. Nah, it was competitive, but not close. I felt like it was a unanimous decision. It wasn't a majority. It should have been a unanimous decision. Went for Albbright, in my opinion. He earned it. He was very scrappy. He had answers. He fought with a lot of energy, a lot of heart, and he pressed forward. He made the fight. He engaged. He was letting his hands go. He had the taller man doing a lot of holding, reaching. Put Kelvin in a lot of uncomfortable situations where he just didn't have the right answers and he didn't respond well, you know what I'm saying, to the pressure, because Albbright was bringing it. So shout out to him. And like I said, I don't just write people off after a mistake. It's clear that y'all made a mistake, but for me, as far as being a fan, they don't lose me as a fan. They only lose me as a fan if they can't respond right. And respond don't mean you got to win every fight from here to win me over as a fan. But you have to respond accordingly. How do you respond after missing out on what would have been, I think, your biggest payday? You get what I'm saying? The opportunity. You lost the belt on the scale. You let down the hometown people. It's a lot of weight, man, but you got to respond. And I think the best way to respond, like I said, is you go make a statement that's genuine, man. You let people know that you understand the magnitude of the situation and how you squandered the opportunity. That's a big missed opportunity, bro. Man, it's a lot of disappointment to go around, man. But I seen worse shit, but it's not about that. At the end of the day, your situation didn't have to be this. You could have still found a way to move forward without taking so many steps backwards. And like I said, man, you got your brothers looking up to you. You made it the furthest along. You were supposed to be the champion out of DB3, representing for your hometown. Last night was supposed to be a title defense, and it ended up being a shit show with one of the DB3 brothers losing, and then one of the winners kind of soiling the win from getting in an altercation, from what I understand. So it's a big mess, man, and I think they're going to have to do a lot to get out in front of it, And again, it's all about responding the right way, man. You gotta treat this shit like what you did mattered, and you got to know that there was a lot of people there truly rooting for y'all, and it's disappointing as hell. And it's such a big missed opportunity. Like I said, with the right win over Edwin De Los Santos, in the eyes of many, would have separated you to some degree from Shakur Stevenson. That's a missed opportunity. Had a chance to, shine on the card where Abdullah Mason was going to shine regardless. Now you gave him your spot. You gave the guy that you was one-upping on stage, you gave him your spot and opportunity to shine. And what you think he did? Abdullah Mason don't play no games. He got an appetite for smoke. He got right up in there and got to putting hands on Nakatia. just like I thought he would. So it's missed opportunities all over the board. You catapulted this dude. You might be one of the, listen, Abdullah Mason was already headed where he was headed. Let's be clear. But you helped springboard him there. You helped springboard Abdullah Mason a little bit more. You helped him. You propelled him into a main event that wasn't even his main event. Now all the eyes is on him. When they supposed to be you, all the eyes is on him. And he went out there and put belt to ass. And I'm pretty sure he won over some more fans. I'm pretty sure he did. He came out there in that powder blue, baby blue, and got the beating on Nakatia. You know what I mean? Didn't take no punishment in the fight. Got a knockout. Had him cut. Do how he always do. Look cleaned on it, man. And they're swimming without getting wet. He made the most out of his opportunity, bro. That should have been yours. So not only did you, this would have been an opportunity to separate from the rest of 35. Even if this was your last fight there, you could have separated from some of the best fighters in the division with the right kind of win, and then moved up to 140 and kept it pushing. More so, if you would have been able to keep your title, shit, you could have went up there and forced Tito to fight you. You could have actually forced Tito to fight you. Yeah, the guy that you calling out, there's so many missed opportunities in this. And the disappointment for me is not just what I seen last night. It'll be if they don't respond the right way. Then I'll really be lost as a fan, because you have an opportunity still to get it back. This is boxing. It ain't like you just get canceled after you do one thing wrong, but you got to play your cards right, because you're being promoted by a big platform and you just brought a lot of wild energy in. They already going with y'all on some street shit. Y'all moving like thugs, X, Y, and Z. It's not a good conversation out there, man. The DB3 brand took a real hit, man. Y'all dim the hell out y'all light, man. All in a matter of seconds, bro. All in a matter of seconds. In reality, all in a matter of hours. The last, 48 hours or so ain't been good to y'all as a unit. So it's going to take more than a young bro winning for y'all to get it back, man. So I just hope this is a learning experience for these dudes, man. Simply a Mary J. Peace to the queen. How you feeling? Okay, Sean learn his lesson. Me too, Tony. Like, again, that's where my biggest criticism gonna come is how do he respond about this? Nah, he said, Shakur said, man, F what y'all talking about. He was like, man, July 12th, I'm coming to make a statement, man. Let's lock in. That's what Shakur said. So he kind of disregarded all the outside noise and he should stay locked in. Cuz, what's good with it? Tito Jack in the building. What's good, cuz? He as a matter of fact, I got some eyes on the inside of the camp, man. I'm hearing some really good things about Shakur. They say he locked in, he focused. So I expect to see him be sharp come fight night. The only one with talent out of the three. I think he the most talented out of the three. Opulent for me. I respect everything you're saying, but for me, I think he the most talented out of the three. Then I think it's the youngest. I think Keon is talented. I see the talent with him very early. And it's just all about nurturing and growing. As long as he continue to grow, he going to be right up there too. But I think just looking at the three, obviously, is Keyshawn is the furthest along. Silver medalist, got the most experience, and it shows. But, that's the order for me. Keyshawn, Keon, and Calvin. Calvin took time off of boxing. He ain't always been boxing as consistently as the others. Like I said, he had a big breakaway and came back. So you get what I'm saying? He one of them late bloomers to a degree. So I ain't going to sit here and tell you the best thing ever, but I see the skill set. I see the talent. But for him to be on a championship level, he going to need to add more tools to his bag and more consistency with his offense. And he going to have to learn how to use his height and reach better, right? His God-gifted abilities, his frame, utilize that, his size in the ring a bit better, because for him to be that big, it looked really bad to allow the smaller guy to continue to push you back like that and give you so much trouble without you having an answer where you could push him back. So he got a lot to learn, It's always levels, like we say in boxing, and he's not at the championship level, not at the contender space. He's still building, he's still working. He got a lot of work to do. So it's up to him. He just got to keep working. God said, what it do, homie? Sean shot himself in the foot. Hey, Tony, both feet. Ghetto Fab, what it do? Dragon Assassin was good. You trying to really fumble the bag for all of them? Yeah, I hate to say it, Amir, man. It's just they look up to you, man, like that. You get me? Like, you can't do that. It's too much shit riding on it. And then the minute you realize, like, damn, my fight is canceled, that's when you really start to, figure out a plan to get yourself back in the right light. You get what I'm saying? But you can't have that I don't care attitude about the fans. It can't be after fans. It can't be that, because I don't want to hear that. I don't. Now, maybe you could say F the people that's writing you off. That's a little different, but you can't put out general statements like, F the fans, and this is not for the people, it's for us. Like, we get it, but nah, the people are the ones supporting, right? Y'all not in the stands and in the crowd, you get what I'm saying, watching yourself, right? Like, it's the people. Remember, it's a reason why y'all feel the way I feel. It's a reason why the event the last time around was what it was. It's because of the people. It's because of the support. And all I'm saying is just don't forget about the support. When you make general statements like F the fans or it's not for them, then it's like, what we talking about, right? Because the people are the ones that's going to rock with you through and through. The fans are the ones that's going to rock with you after you just fumbled $1 million payday, blew weight, got your fight canceled, springboarded a potential opponent in Abdullah Mason into the main event spot, which was your spot in your hometown, and he shined. Don't tell me he didn't win over some more fans. And then you went out and did that at a time where you gave a guy your spotlight. You got to be smarter, bro. You giving people a reason to look at Abdullah Mason. He already came out there in that damn baby blue. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't hard to spot. You get what I'm saying? Then he came out there and kicked ass in it and left up out of there clean as a whistle. You get me? You making it easy. Like, don't make it easy to flush what you built down the toilet. Like, I'm all for fighters lifting up other fighters, but bro, I don't think this was intentional, bro. You gave him your light. It's almost like you passed him the torch before you left 35. You get what I'm saying? He already was number 2 in the WBO. It's a chance he mess around and fight Sam Noakes next fight. He'll be fighting for that title, bro. Get what I'm saying? That'll be thanks to who? Keyshawn Davis. Man, you got to think about it, man. It's this shit was a lot of missed opportunity. Keeping your belt would have allowed you to force Tito to get his ass in the ring. The guy that you said, you'll fight, that you want to fight. You want to get Tito in the ring. All you had to do was make that weight one more time, beat De Los Santos, hold on to your title, and force Tito force the fight. Simple, man. Simple. I just don't. I don't know, man. Dank was good with it, bro. Tito smiles. I came all the way from Florida to support that brother, and this is the thanks I get, and that's what I'm saying, bro. That's real. Shout out to Tito. That's real, bro. Shout out to Florida, man. You came out to Florida to Virginia to support them boys, and that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what it's all about at the end of the day, man. Always remember that without the people, there's no DB3. It doesn't have the same significance, respectfully, because you're a boxer, and that's built around 3 brothers boxing, having a movement, doing a thing, and without the people, that it don't hit the same. So don't forget that the reason that you was able to get excited for this fight, for this hometown fight, because you knew people was going to be in attendance in a high rate cheering y'all on. So that's all. I just don't want to feel like they giving people the middle finger or turning it, giving the fans the cold shoulder. We didn't do it. I'm willing to go as far as to say I still support y'all even after this. I just don't rock with nothing I seen in that locker, in that hallway. That was all wild. I don't rock with you getting on a scale and being 4.3 pounds overweight. I'm a real supporter of yours, bro. You was gonna kick Edwin's ass regardless. I don't know what the game plan was behind that weight. I don't even know. It was a mess. I don't know what the thought was, but that wasn't smart. You were gonna beat Edwin De Los Santos regardless. Now you allow people to take their imaginations and allow them to wander as to what would make you come in that heavy. I'm hearing people saying Floyd Mayweather influenced them to do it. I'm like, man, here we go. Chop, what's good with it? William Old School, shout out to you, bro. All things was good, famo. Ace say, yeah, Tio and Kelvin, they're the real ones, man. Keon and Kelvin. Yeah, man. Look, I just want to see him respond, man. Get what you got coming to you, man, without getting in your way. You played into a lot of negative stereotypes last night, bro. You played into a lot of people's reservations and the little whispers that be going on about you. And that's all I'm saying. It's just one situation. For me, it's all about how you respond. It's a bounce back. And unfortunately, not only he didn't take a loss in the ring, but this was almost just as bad. This was almost just as bad as taking an actual loss. The only thing that could have made this worse was either getting locked up or actually having the fight and getting knocked out. That's the only thing that could have made this situation worse. Actually having a fight and losing yourself. That's it. Everything else, because it's like everywhere you look, L. It's like, bro, that ain't it. That ain't it. You was putting together, like shout out to Tim Bradley. Like he said, you had 3 of your best wins back to back to back. And now this, you took about 3 steps back, realistically, last night. You know what I'm saying? As far as his stock, I think that the way people view him right now is going to be, it's up in the air. But again, if he could respond like a young champion supposed to, then this shit could just be a blip in his career. But if he don't tighten up, if he move a certain way, and it's like after fans now, then I think you lose the people and the momentum that you was building. Mr. Grandy was good, but I don't think it's over for DB3. But I do think they dropped the ball collectively last night for obvious reasons, right? The blowing of the weight, I get it. That's Keyshawn, but y'all all represent each other. So just not a good look for y'all collectively. Because when y'all win is together. When you lose and you take L's, is as a unit as well. You take L's, you take the L's together and you win together. That's just how it go. Might be unfortunate, but that's just how it go. You can't separate yourself from, like, we obviously know y'all both made weight, y'all both had fights. We get that, but the main appetizer, the main event wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? And then he almost dragged you into a situation where y'all could put y'all careers in jeopardy, and you don't need that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Chop Shop. I was wondering how Miss Du felt about all this. Oh man, she hated. She hated too. She didn't even want to watch the fights last night because of him messing up, missing weight and stuff like that. But she definitely don't like it. I just think it's just unfortunate, man, that y'all got that heated in the moment. Like, what the hell could have happened that y'all felt the need to go back there? Was it just him winning alone that had y'all pissed off? That shouldn't have been enough. That's the kind of win you respect. Shit, I thought Calvin was going to pull it off too, but when I seen the way Albbright was fighting, man, Wu came to fight. He was being Wu last night because his ass was coming to fight, bro. He brought Philly up in there. He took Philly to Norfolk and showed out and pulled off a hell of an upset. You get what I'm saying? You got to respect that, man. That man showed his ass in the ring the right way. And he even went as far as to say, even after the altercation with the big-ass speed knot on his head, that, yo, look, I'll fight Keyshawn. He got to run it back in a rematch, bro. Not outside the ring, in the ring. Dude still talk. Even with a speed knot on his head, dude still like, bro, look, we got to fight in the ring. We got to run it back.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well,
right.
well, I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Axe Val was good with it, bro. Shout out to Legacy Mindset. Wonder what Crawford has to say about all this. Crawford apologized, I believe, for them. Yeah, very poor sportsmanship. Crawford real for checking on, bro. Yeah, he went to check on him. That's a fact, Worldwide Arts. He went to go check on him, and he apologized to them. Yeah, Albbright came to fight, didn't he, Lisa? Wu was in there, man, making shit tough. I was like, bro, this dude's scrappy, man. He fighting, man. He kept having an answer. He kept beating Kelvin to the punch, bro. Paid medical bill for putting out. Yeah, man. You gotta get out in front of it. You get what I'm saying? You can't just do it like that. Big ass feet calls that speed knot. Did it? Damn, that's crazy. Did it? That's crazy. I didn't know how far it went. But like I said, Kelvin said they didn't jump him or whatever. Of course, I wasn't there. All was on camera was that little back and forth, that the little scuffle, so to speak, with them going back and forth. Let me see something else, man. Let me get to something. They had Albbright getting escorted by the Yo, who got the strap? Alright. They out there getting escorted by the po-pos. Man, this is tough, man. This is tough, bro. Hold on, I'm looking for something else. Man, did he say who got the strap? Somebody got the strap? I hope not. Everybody remind me of the meme. Help, police, you stupid. Tito just said something about it. Yeah, Tito put out a statement, but you know, Tito I just can't respect him. He's an idiot, man. It's like even when he try to be serious, you can't take him serious. As bad, what it do? Tito's a fool, man. Can't even take that man serious. Do I still got that in here?
Police! Police! Help! Police! Help! Police! Help! Help! Police! Help!
That's crazy. I got Devin them on there. Police, hell yeah. Albbright was in 2 fights, bro. He held it down, though. And look, and still did his interview, y'all. Shout out to Nahir Albright. And look, DB3, y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know that was wild. Like, your brother put out a statement that made sense. Like, y'all let y'all emotions and intentions running high. Y'all let y'all emotions get the best of y'all. Y'all made some bad decisions. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing you can do now. You've done it. It's about what you do now. You get what I'm saying? Your brother got to stay focused, the youngest one. Kelvin, you could bounce back from this loss. Keyshawn, going up to 140. See what that Frank Martin smoke be about. You know what I mean? But look, now Albbright still did his interview.
Congratulations.
Thank you, man.
Keith, you want to start? Congratulations on your win, obviously.
Thank you so much.
Can you explain to us what happened after the fight?
Yeah, I was in my locker room and celebrating my victory with my team. And yeah, Keyshawn and his little brother came in and they started looking at me. It's like they saying something about his older brother, like they was mad. And he like grabbed me, pushed me back. I'm like grabbing his hand. He like moved his head.
Rain in peace,
towards
Queen. How you feeling?
head. You know, felt like a little.
So you bumped heads?
Yeah, he like headbutted me. Yeah, he like headbutted me.
Oh, okay.
Can I see that?
Keyshawn did?
Yeah.
Not at my boy.
So, yeah, that's what happened.
Any words between you and them after the fight that might have led to this incident?
No, actually, like I said, I was in the locker room. Their locker room is right next door to mine. So I guess they heard like us like happy and all that kind of stuff, and they came in and yeah, started trouble.
Did anyone punch you or anything, or was it just a headbutt?
Yeah, just a grab and a headbutt.
Why do you think they would do this?
I mean, they
because they was happy.
But they lost, and yeah.
Have you
poor sportsmanship.
Have you ever heard something like this before? You ever seen or heard of something like this?
I never been through this. I never seen no one go through this. Yeah.
So how did the altercation end? Who ended it?
My coaches like grabbed them, and then I think security came in.
Yeah, I gave a statement.
There's a video of Keyshawn like trying to charge again. Was there like a second time, or was there? Like,
that was my older brother.
That was your older brother.
Yeah, my older brother, because he was trying to talk to them like that was unprofessional and things like that, and yeah, it just got crazy.
Was there anyone on his team that was
my
trying?
My older brother name is Terrence Brown.
Terrence Brown.
Yeah.
Was there anyone on his team that was trying to help like break it up or prevent it from happening? Like I saw some coaches, I think maybe.
Yeah, I think Kelvin was trying to break it up.
Yeah, the one that you beat.
Yeah, the one that I beat. I think he was trying to break it up.
Do you feel like it kind of took something away from how you went, or you're cool?
I mean, it's definitely kind of, it's a little unfortunate, but nothing could take away, you know, the feeling of being a champion tonight. I ain't gonna let nothing ruin my night.
Talk about
I'm the new champion.
Talk about your execution during the fight, because you were like landing those big right hands over the course of the fight, like from early rounds, like from round 2 on, and that kind of carried what you were able to do as far as like winning rounds.
Yeah, we practiced that in training camp over and over, and it worked. It worked tonight. Once I saw it working, I capitalized on that.
Did you hear the scorecards? And if you did, what was your thoughts?
Yeah, I thought
that's crazy. That ain't good
crazy,
right there.
But I was hoping
They gotta
that
tighten up.
they wouldn't rob me, and they got it right. So
talk to us about that right hand that you land over and over again. You kind of dipped left low a little bit and threw it over the top. Was that something you were
Sean
practicing?
gave him a knock. I think he said he
I
headbutted
was
him.
practicing that with my coach over and over, and we executed it tonight.
Would there be a potential you plan to pursue legally after what happened today? I mean, you're gonna...
I have to talk to my team, and we'll see what we're going to do.
Would this potentially set up? I know it sounds silly, but a rematch, because I know you fought Keyshawn and he's moving up. You're at 140.
That's definitely an option. I definitely want to get it popping in the ring.
You sparred Edwin De Los Santos for this training camp.
Yeah.
What did you think of his chances? You fought Keyshawn, you sparred Edwin. What did you think his chances are before the fight got canceled?
Honestly, I think it would have been like a competitive fight. I'm not sure who the winner would be, but it would have been competitive. Yeah.
Oh, you're a 135 pounder. This is your second fight at 140. You started your career at 140. You didn't like it. How did you feel tonight?
I felt strong. I felt great. I felt fast. I felt elusive. 140 might be my new weight. I don't know.
Any message for the people back home in Philly?
I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for supporting me. It's been a long journey, and we're going to keep building. And I'm your new WBC silver champion.
Any message for DB3?
DB3. I'm gonna just pray for y'all.
Way to take the high road, man. I'm proud of you.
Apologize to you or anything? Anyone from their camp or anything after all this happened? Did Kelvin apologize?
Shout out to him, man. He took the high road, man. But look, he just want to enjoy his win. You heard what he say. He said he'd love to get that Keyshawn Davis rematch. I mean, if that was to happen, obviously it would have to happen at 140. I mean, I wouldn't even be totally against it after seeing what happened last night. I mean, they obviously seem like they got some unfinished business. That would be the right way to do it. You know what I'm saying? He said, I'm going to just pray. And shout out to Nahir Albright, man. He handled it the right way. I don't know the ins and outs of the situation, but I know he did. He did pull off the upset. Blue Hustle, man, what it do? He gave Kelvin Davis his first loss. It was a scrappy fight. Got a little ugly in some spots. You know, a lot of tussling and holding and tying up, but you know, Wu was in there letting his hands go, and he made the fight extremely tough for Kelvin with relentless pressure and letting his hands go. He was punching in combination, and he forced the bigger man back for a good portion of the fight, and it was tough for Kelvin to continuously fight back and fight going backwards, man. It was clear, so just wasn't his best night at all, man. He got rocked several times, and you know, he got some good shots in of his own, but you know, for the most part, his power just wasn't, you know, a factor how it is in most of his fights. And it was Albbright that was landing the bigger, more effective shots on a bigger guy. You know what I'm saying? And constantly coming forward, pressing the fight and pushing the pace. And you got to respect it. He earned it. I think he should have got a unanimous decision win. But I want to see Kelvin bounce back, man. He didn't get into the mix. He didn't get into the brawl. You know, he kept his head. He did put out the statement. I don't know what Kelvin and Keyshawn really on. I don't know what their statements are, but I think they if they can talk DB3 stuff, then if they really feel like they all DB3, then they all share some accountability. And I think it would be wise for all of them as young men to put out statements, whatever they see fit, but put out a statement and move on. You know what I'm saying? That's simple. Just move on and do better. Learn from this moment. Understand that not only did you miss out on the payday and let the world down, that was the whole team that was behind you. Your people were there, right? If your kid was in the mix, you lost the title on the scale. You don't get to separate yourself right before leaving 35. This wasn't a good way to go out to leave the division. And then you help catapult Abdullah Mason, the guy that you pressed on stage, you know, into the limelight, because you gave him his first. It's like you gave him your blessing unofficially by allowing him to be in the main event slot where you would have been. So the same crowd that would have been there to watch you perform against De Los Santos was essentially watching a guy that could potentially be an opponent of yours, whether it's at 40 or not, right? It could be up at the next weight class, but now it's how you respond from here. Do you go up to 140? And like I said, man, Frank Martin found his tongue. You get me? Frank Martin found his tongue. Now he's talking like he want to fight. Say so can't even make weight. Move up to 40. Come see about me, businessman. Look, Frank Martin want that smoke. Juan, what it do? Yeah, this was a letdown for sure, man. Yeah, that R&B singer got that money, man. That R&B singer got that bread. Boy, what's good with it, fam? PG said it last week for DB3. Just been effed up. Yeah, man. This been a rough last couple of days for DB3, man, as a whole. So, you know what I mean? We'll see how they respond as a team. You know what I mean? This is where you get tested at. But let's see what you do. Let's see what they do from here. Right? You get me? It don't have to be over. You understand. They all just got to keep pushing. Kevin Davis got to go back to the drawing board and rebound after the loss. It wasn't the worst thing in the world. You could get back in the mix. He's still in the mix, right? There's only one loss. Keon's still winning. He could just stay locked in, stay focused, man. No outside the ring antics. And then the biggest, I think, changes need to come from Keyshawn because he's the leader of all of this. So you gotta move accordingly, man. People expecting you to respond like this in situations, so you can't give them what they want, man. You got to keep moving in a way that allow you to be the businessman that you say you are and the fighter that you say you want to be. You say how great you want to be. You can't be that going in this direction, right? And I hope for the sake of your career and for boxing that this is a one-off. Everybody got something, man. Everybody gonna have something going on. This just was one of y'all worst moments, and it ain't no explanation for it other than y'all messed up. Y'all didn't handle the loss properly, seeing y'all brother lose, and y'all didn't have the best intentions going into that locker room, and it spilled over a bit, and move from there. Shout out to Big Dog Willie. Said Jake Paul versus Tank, November 22nd, Las Vegas, MGM. Fact. Tell him, Big Dog. Tell him it's coming whether you want it.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
right.
well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to Big Dog Willie, man. An adult, very immature. Just from an emotional standpoint, Mr. Grandy, from an emotional standpoint, because like he didn't lose that night. Like I get it. Your bro lost. Boys be crying. What's good? And I seen the look on his face. He was disgusted seeing his brother lose. That shit really, really bothered him. It really, really bothered. Every time they pan the camera back, I was like, yo, Keyshawn looked like he about to snap at any moment. He looked pissed off, man. He looked bothered, bro. Lee was good with it. He looked bothered. AD so low. That's why I rocks with you. Already know, man. They're my guys, man. Look, you don't got to throw them away. I ain't trashing them, whether they listening, somebody from the team or anything, man. I rock with DB3. I just don't rock with that shit from last night. That's wild. That ain't why I watch them. I don't want to see who the better street fighter is. And I don't want to see nobody get knotted up in the street. I know stuff happened. So I'm not condemning them for this happening. But if y'all respond immaturely, if you respond like it's F the fans and you bigger than the sport, then that's different. Now we got a different conversation. But look, man, I expect if they care about their careers the way I think they do, if they understand what's at stake and what could be potentially down the line in the future for them, if they just make some corrections moving forward, then we'll see that. We'll see that with their actions, bro. It's not a lot. It's only so much apologizing you could do. I'm not big on apologies, no way, but just for the sake of their brand, right? They got a brand that's bigger than them. It's bigger than Keyshawn. What he got going on, I don't know if he realized it or not. Like I said, I don't have all the answers, but what he got, what he's building, what they're building collectively is bigger than all of them. If they looking to make the kind of impact they gonna make, that it's bigger than them, and they all have to see that collectively. You know what I'm saying? I wonder what Bo Mac feel about this. I know he ain't feeling it. I know he ain't. And Bud Crawford went in there and checked on Albbright, so I know I know how he feel. I know this ain't his type of thing, but I know Bud know that, you know, shit happens sometimes too, though. But this just one of them ones where you got to avoid it. You get what I'm saying? Everybody already watching you for any old thing. Like, think about it. They recorded him for 20-something seconds eating popcorn just because they knew he blew weight. And they like, see, this is probably why he blew weight. He undisciplined. And that kind of plays into that narrative. Even something as innocent as a handful of popcorn. Somebody looking at you from the sideline like, see, this is he don't care. He mocking the people. And it's like, you probably know you being recorded. So it's like you throwing it in their face now. So you got to be smarter with that shit. Got to be smarter with that. You got to. You just got to understand your surroundings a bit better and be more aware of the situation. What's that word I've been hearing? He got to have more situation awareness. You know, more situation awareness. Keyshawn, get a year suspension. Fine, that's reasonable. Yeah, man, it's tough. I will hope that don't happen, though. I will hope. I ain't hear no official statements or nothing yet, but I will hope that don't happen to him. I mean, it'll be a lesson learned for sure, though. It'll be a lesson learned. Said the popcorn had extra butter on it. You a fool. He tries to learn to keep his emotion in check. Call grown man shit. That's a fact. William Old School. That's a 1,000,000% fact. You can't allow your emotions to dictate your next move. You know what I mean? Especially if that move is gonna put you in a worse situation. So, like I said, it's all about the get back and being responsible from this point on. Because everybody looking for you to crash out. They calling y'all to crash out boys. You know, Edwin De Los Santos calling y'all DB1. You get what I'm saying? You're going to hear a lot of it. Y'all going to get heckled. People going to be talking crazy. Frank Martin calling Keyshawn out. It's a bright side to this. It's a bright side to this. Go up to 140 and fight Frank Martin, bro. Go up to 140 and start Frank Martin or beat him or whatever. It's a way to get in front of this, but you can't never go this way again, though. You only get to do this like once. I think you do something like this again, people going to start looking at you much differently. They already looking at you a certain way now. But you get what I'm saying? From here on out, he got to move forward and he got to be in there to win, yo. You got to find a way to stay locked in. Inside the ring and outside. You can't allow your emotions to dictate your career like that. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. And who the hell, like, how the hell did they get in the locker room? Like, man. Carl Brown, what it do, man? The Albbright was going to win. Yeah, you did. You did say that. Call my guy Keyshawn Tank Davis. They called my guy Keyshawn Tank Davis. Damn. Shit was gluten-free. Need to fight Frank? Yeah. Go fight Frank Martin at the next weight class. You know what I'm saying? This don't excuse this. I still say you issue your apology, man. You hold yourself accountable, take responsibility, you and your little bro, and you move forward from there. It's simple as hell. It could be very simple. I don't know what other like consequences he suffered. He gonna look to that's gonna come from this, but we gonna find out. You know what I mean? I know Bob Arum ain't feeling it at all. He already said they cost him money and thousands of people was asking for refunds. So that just can't be a good sign. And you don't want to get yourself on the sideline. You don't want to get sidelined for this. You don't want to get this is kind of shit you get cut for shit like this. You get what I'm saying? Are you worth the money that you just cost them? You get me? Shit is messy. Start getting messy. You ain't heard nothing from him. Yeah, he ain't said a peep. Mental health is real. Keyshawn bounce back. Rocking him to the wheels fall off. See, that's the real one. Yeah. But you know he messed up. He disappointed you last night too. Mama Do was disappointed. She like, man. I'm like, yeah. Something happened. He let them emotions boil over, bro. That's because that's the first time he had to watch his brother lose, and he was losing round after round. I knew it was nothing he could do about it. So I know it was probably hard for him. You know what I mean? Just shout out to the good streams. No Frank Martin's always my dude. I had him over Tank just to put that out there. Shout out to you. Ty was good with it, fan. Yeah, he lucky Top Rank don't lock the doors, man. He don't want that. You was good, man. He said, hell yeah. Oh, Stoners Unite. Yeah, crazy, man. Cuz he said, yeah, he'll be okay. Yeah, I think it's all about how you respond. I'm gonna keep saying it because that's the only thing you could do. You can't go backwards. You go forward. Get back in the gym. and make sure you never miss weight again. That could never happen again either. You know what I'm saying? He just made a bad situation worse with this. That's all. And they're going to talk crazy for a few weeks, couple months, till he get back in the ring, and then they'll chill out. Yeah, that 95-95 was generous. That was home cooking, Jordan. That 95-95 was some home cooking because it wasn't that. It just wasn't an even fight. It wasn't. Dude, he won clearly. He won. Convincingly, should I say, too. Just he had the better work, more consistent offense. He had the better answers, better adjustments, and fight adjustments. Just was his night. It was his fight to lose. It was his fight to lose. Omaha quick after that. 1 year suspension. Now y'all think he need to be out for 1 year. It is tough though, man. It's tough. It's just because whenever you get into those little back and forth, those little skirmishes, people always, some innocent bystanders always get like wrapped up in it. You know what I'm saying? And I would have thought losing out on a big payday would have been reason enough not to move like this, but I guess that wasn't incentive enough. He looked really disturbed sitting on that sideline. Like I said, that was a little bothersome. They see him look that frustrated. He said, nah, just give him a fine and keep it moving. He said, need time to reflect. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm not big on that, but you know, it's whatever happened, because like that's the door that he opened up essentially. But if he doesn't face any more stiff penalties or nothing from this, he definitely got away with this. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to my guy, William Old School. Yeah, man, I'm gonna always be honest, man. I'm gonna always be real with the people. They can't move like that. And if you're a real supporter of theirs, you saying the same shit I'm saying. Right? Some people going all the way left. I knew they wasn't this. I knew Keyshawn wasn't that. I ain't gonna go that far. I'm gonna just say he showed vulnerability in the worst moment. You get what I'm saying? He showed some very poor decision making in this situation, and he almost forgot where he was at and what's at stake. You get what I'm saying? And whatever y'all beef and issue was, it could always be settled in the ring. That's the most frustrating part about all of this, is that whatever his issue was, because I don't know what his justification was for being back there. All I got is what Albbright said. He said they was mad because his brother lost. So if that's what you mad for, don't forget, bro, you're a boxer. You box. Albbright already talking about a rematch, and I'm pretty sure if he had to go to 44, he would. I know he would. He wouldn't be too small to go to 40. You get what I'm saying? Albbright would be just fine. That's the thing. That's the most frustrating part. Y'all boxers, and you can do something about it in the ring and get paid to do it. You done it once. You could have said, yo, I'm getting my lick back. You could have went there, shook his hand, dapped him up, gave him credit, but told him he got to see you at 140 or something. You get me? And there you go. Maybe you're welcome to the division fight, set etched in stone, and from there you go get Frank Martin. That's saying you can't make weight and come see him. You get me? That's what you're supposed to do. Now, I ain't big on telling guys what they're supposed to do. That's what he could have did. That was an option. He could have done that. You're supposed to do that. You know what I mean? Be out at all. Yeah, Top Rank should be trying to get him in the ring as fast as possible. But to be real, he got a lot of things off his chest. Yeah, he gotta make sure he ain't had no situations going on. Yeah, you gotta use his head. You gotta use his head. To use your head is crazy. I don't think to use your head is crazy. What's crazy about that? What the hell? What are you supposed to use? Yeah, you gotta use your head in situations like this. And if you're thinking the other way, that's just like, you gotta be like young. You must be young. I mean, Frank Martin get his ass beat by my guy Keyshawn. I lean towards Keyshawn in that fight, but it's definitely a good fight. You know what I mean? It's a definitely good fight on paper. Frank Martin is a good fighter. And I want to see him bounce back from the tank loss. Andy Cruz handing out suspensions. His and Kevin Davis fight was at 40. Was it? Yeah, you know what? I'm tripping. You're right. It was. I don't know why I was thinking 35, bro. I'm tripping. You're right, Lee. It was. So there you go. You could. That's why I'm saying, like, if you were mad at him, you could do something about it in the actual boxing ring. So I don't understand why I'd be frustrated with him to the point where you were, because like think about it. You in this shit to make money and beat ass in the ring, right? Where it matter under the lights, right? That situation that you was into, that's gonna cost you some money. And you already cost yourself some money with a bad calculation. Missed that with the weight. That 4.3 gonna haunt you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Opportunity loss, no way to force Tito. Now you gotta hope that going up to 140 and Tito entertain fight you, and that's less likely to happen. So I hope when he really sit down and think about this, he realized what was at stake and what he missed out on. He missed out on real opportunities. Then again, one bad mistake messed up at least 2 or 3 opportunities for him. Messed up an opportunity to separate himself from the rest of 35 before he left there. Missed out on an opportunity to make $1 million payday. One up Shakur Stevenson for those people that cared about that. Get what I'm saying? Could have forced Tito to fight you. Like, it just keep going and going. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot that one decision caused you all that. It's like a domino effect. And you got to be aware of that shit. I hope he's smart enough to realize that. I truly do, man. I hope he is, man. Got some good people around him. Bo Mag is a real one. I don't know, if he got a mentor or who that is, but somebody could get through to him, man. He just need to, simmer down a little bit, man. Definitely. Shout out to my baby girl Color in the chat. We're going to be the next to support. Shout out to
and we ain't never got a box again. Well,
right.
well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Shout out to my baby girl. Key is food for Martin. Okay. Keyshawn, I'm out of the businessman. Davis. K. Causey was good with it. Yeah, man, I think it's a good fight, man. Key Food is a bar. Yeah, man. I don't think so, man. I think it would be Frank Martin that would have to prove it. As far as in the ring, like this situation happened, that's terrible, right? But as far as in a boxing ring, Keyshawn ain't never lost yet. Outside of Frank fighting Tank, he did extremely well early in that fight. I think Keyshawn fought the better opponents. So I feel like he got the experience on his side, right? He got a chance to fight for a title. Frank did too. He lost, but Keyshawn had actually get the chance to win one. He didn't get a chance to defend it, which kind of sucked. I think it's a good fight. I think him and Frank is good. I don't think Keyshawn would be food for nobody. I think it's people that he could lose to at 140 because I think 140 got dogs. But I think he'll make good fights with any of the guys that we like to see up there at 40. Depending on the matchups, depending on how I think it'll, obviously the outcome. Because there's some guys up there that's going to give him a real run for his money. Shout out to Carl, my guy, man. All love, my brother. Appreciate you.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
A1 Hoop Zone in the building. What's good, A1? How you feeling, bro? Blue Hustle, man. I believe Bud had a good talk with him because he went in the Albbright locker room and apologized to him. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Bud probably have a conversation with them because them his little homies. Yeah, Frank been sitting for a little while. I hate that for him, bro. So hopefully he get a shake back fight, but he already come see him at 140. I like Frank, man. Frank with the smoke. But I got Keyshawn beating him in that fight, but anything can happen, man. I like Frank Martin's skill set, I think his biggest issue might have been him slowing down the muscles, slowing him down the stretch of fights. Shelton, my God, Keyshawn beats the Indianapolis out of Frank. You stupid. Jordan, what's that, homie? What you got for me, man? Hold on. Quick, let me see. Because Frank Martin had a fight with Michelle Rivera. Yeah, I mean, that's a good win. Oh, he got bodied by a singing ninja. Jordan is a fool, bro. He was a fool, man. Hold on. I got you. Yeah, Michelle Rivera is a really good win. But I'm saying the full body of work. We got Michelle Rivera, Tank. I like Michelle Rivera. I don't got him beating no Keyshawn either. And that dude was on some diuretic. He looked kind of crappy in there that night. Frank was putting belt at his ass, but it's a good win. But I think both of those dudes beat Michelle Rivera. Shakur beating them all. Kev, you already know. Picking Martin over Olympian is crazy. His levels, I can't. For right now, show me a little bit more. I think it'll be a really good fight, though. Really good fight. I just got the pedigree is on Keyshawn's side for me. It's not the end all be all though, because Frank a live dog. Like he got a good skill set. He can fight. You know what I mean? His only issue might be the fact that he was off for a while. Like him going to 140 might do him some good. It might be good for him to be at 140. Frank Martin. You know what I'm saying? That might have been right what he need to look. You know what I'm saying? Might be a bit better up there. Obviously, because he shouldn't be drained, right? Like he was at 35 for his last couple fights. As he said out of his mouth, he said he was drained. So, I mean, going to 140, that shouldn't be the issue. He should be able to go there with no problem. Yeah, he got to bounce back. He got to relax. He got to take a couple steps back, understand the magnitude of the opportunity that Top Rank provided him with, look around him and see how many people would kill to be in his situation and how many people are disappointed that you got a real movement and a real light shining on your city because of the things you do in the boxing ring, not the things you do in the locker room after a fight. You get what I'm saying? So you got to make sure he's making the moves that push him in the right direction, forward, not backwards. That's all. I mean, it's hard to stumble a couple times, once or twice, but these kind of stumblings could be avoided. You get me? He could have 100% avoided this. Like, this is not something that had to happen.
Sing y'all.
Let me take this off real quick. Shout out to Jordan, man. What do you
Ever
since they took my gram, I just lurked.
Sing y'all something. All right. It's hard for me to say this, but it's come from my heart. Been a long time coming. We've been fell apart. I wanna work this out. I don't think you're gonna change it. I think it's best we should go.
Yo, nah. Nah, bro. Bro got vocals. Bro can sing, bro. Philly, stand up. They said he got body by a singing ninja is crazy, bro. I'm still rocking with DB3, just not the actions of last night. Because that's not the reason why I started watching them, right? So they know they screwed up. And that just is what it is. They're going to have to live with it. But yeah, DB3, man, they're going to be making jokes for a while. Y'all going to have to live with this, man. Bro got up here and sung his heart out real fast, bro. Shay with peace to the queen. You be singing the national anthem up in Philly at fights.
It's
Shout
hard
out
for
to
me to
Nahir
say
Albright.
this, but it's come from my heart. Been a long time coming.
Bro.
We've been fell apart. I wanna work this out. I don't think you're gonna change it. I think it's best we should go.
Shit, man. This is crazy. Juice was good with watching Albbright sing Confessions piss me off. Yo, the internet is crazy, man. Undefeated. Bro got up there and sung. He sing his heart out, man. Oh, man, yo. Man, between this and Edwin De Los Santos calling them DB1, man. Yo, they gonna kick some ass, bro. Keyshawn next opponent getting smashed, man. Keyshawn next opponent gonna get his ass beat, I think, bro. But, man, this is wild. Hold on. We're going to keep going, man. We're going to keep building, man. We got somebody that responded to this. Hold on. Let me see. Let's keep going. Low blow boxing, what it do? He said, why you singing with his shirt off like Casey and JoJo? That's what he said. He said, y'all got body by singing. And speaking of that, Tito Mercado joined the party. Tito said, looks like Mr. Wu ain't done soften the chin of the DB3 boys. He said, anyways, I'll easily take that belt from his Chris Brown looking ass. Tito Mercado said Wu looked like Chris Brown. Said Wu looked like Chris Breezy. Man, yo. These dudes is fools, man. Foolish, man. Foolish guys, man. We're going to keep going. Let me pull up this video. Shout out to YSM Sports, man. My guy, Mill. One of the guys on Nahir Albright's team responded to this. We're going to get to it, y'all. Shout out to my homie, Low Blow Baxton. Say Keyshawn WWE Davis was tripping last night. Yeah, they went left. They went left. They definitely did. You know what I'm saying? This was one of their worst moments as a unit, as a team. And I think collectively they got to do better. And they know that. Because, again, the stage is bigger than all of them now. When you got so many people really buying into your movement and every single time you fight, they willing to show up and show out. And it's thousands of people showing up for you. You get what I'm saying? Name me a handful of fighters in a 12-13 fight that's having a sellout in a hometown. You got people 20-something fights in and they never had a hometown fight. You get what I'm saying? Let alone with him having this opportunity. So he just got to know what's at stake again, right? So many people, like I said, that would really kill to be in his situation. And they going to, like, you see what Abdullah Mason do. You give him the spotlight, you got people like that. That's why you can't have setbacks like this, because you got people like Abdullah Mason that's always coming up quiet, humble, put in the work, get in the ring and convinced to beating your ass. Get out the ring, go put the work in, and he do it all over again. And he going to do it the right way. You're going to shine the light on him, and he going to take the ball and run with it. And that's what he about to do at 135. You get what I'm saying? Given the opportunity, man, he going to take it and run with it.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Pull this up. Shout out to my guy, YSN, man. This is one of the guys from Albright's team or one of his people. Spoke on this situation. Said why the big dog Willie stopped his Bill Haney facts. I don't know. I forgot. I think he mentioned why. I forgot. Was it the Maniacs?
Took the tough loss.
Maniacs that got him out of
good shot. So I got, I'm back.
I forgot. Shooting from the hip. Shout out to Little Boxing. Where my guy Big Dog Willie at, man, with the big Bill Haney facts, because those joints was it was hit.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
Yeah, he kicking ass like a man. Mason look. I mean, he always looked the part, man. He just gonna continue to do better. You know what I mean? I just want to see him get a step up fight now. I would have liked that Cabrera fight for him. I wish that would have came to fruition, but it didn't. So I think next they mentioned. Well, I don't think they mentioned Sam Noakes. So I know that could possibly be a next opponent for him.
Back to the drawing board. I'll be back. You know what I'm saying?
It was a good body shot, well timed, right when you was throwing your own body shot. What do you make of tonight's loss?
I look at it not a loss, it's a lesson. So basically, you feel me? I just gotta get back to the drawing board and work on some things. You know, it's been a while since I have been in the ring. You know, good probably 2 years since I had some action. And then, the last fight didn't go, as the way I planned. And then this fight right here, it was just a way to, get my feet wet. But it's like, and I see what it takes to be on this level. Fighting on Top Rank card. God bless. Thank Top Rank for giving me the opportunity to come on the card, fight against another sharp fighter, a young hungry lion like Scooter Davis. And you know what I'm saying? I'm just ready to, keep moving on, go back home, stack some wins up, and then come back, hopefully sometime soon when Top Rank.
This was Scooter's opponent from last night.
But,
okay.
I don't look at it like it's a bad thing. I look at it like it's just, steps of improvement, because I did a lot better than the last fight, and, it's just, you gotta keep building. I can't, stay down about it, you know what I mean? So I gotta keep building myself, motivating myself, and I gotta stay hungry and just stay humble, that's all.
All right, you stepped up 2 fights in a row with high class, blue chip prospects, guys that people are putting money behind and people see them as going to be somebody. things didn't go your way, right? A lot of guys would just pack it in and, you know, maybe try something else. Why is Naim Parker different?
For one, I'm crazy. But it's just, it's determination, man. You gotta always stay motivated, man. You can't let, you know what I'm saying, hurdles. Every race you run gonna have a hurdle. You know what I'm saying? There's always gonna be obstacles that you gotta climb. But, you know, in a way, this is a good obstacle because now I see where I'm at currently at the moment and I see where I want to be. So I want to get to that moment of being better, being a more stable fighter on some of these bigger cards, and, you know, getting an opportunity to fight on these bigger cards. I know I gotta put more work in. I know I gotta overachieve my goals personally, so I can bring out a better fight, bring out a better show, physically and in real life form, in front of the TV, in front of the crowd. But it was a good experience, you know what I'm saying? It's not like I sat there and said, yo, we go fight some ducks. Nah, I said, you know what? Hey, why not? Let's go fight on a big card and see what's up. You know what I mean? Take a chance, you swing. Sometimes, you know, you see the hit or miss. Strike one, strike two. So, you know, strike three come around. I wanted to be striker. I want to hit and get a home run. So, you know, I just got to stay motivated, man. I got to stay locked in, stay focused. I won't let this deter me from reaching my goals. You know what I'm saying? My goals.
This is Naim Parker, by the way. This the guy, the kid that fought Scooter. Scooter Davis.
I love it, bro. I love it. Gotta ask you. You were in the locker room. All hell broke loose. First off, congratulations to your teammate, Nahir Albright. Majority decision victory.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts with the aftermath, man?
Man, it's crazy because I was in the locker room standing right next to Luke. I was holding his belt, and I was like, you know, congratulations, bro. Like, feel me? I was excited. I'm like, damn, like, you won this belt, like, you beat him. And then it's like, Keyshawn walked out of nowhere, like Keyshawn Davis himself. Like, and it's crazy because a couple times I seen him. I was like, what's up, man? This and that, dapped him up. He was cool. All the fighters were pretty cool, but I thought he was coming in there to say congratulations or something. He walked right by everybody, so nobody really looked at him like he was. We think he coming to say congrats to Luke. He pushed him against the wall and headbutted him, and it was like, oh shit. So then this other brother, Keon, came in. The brother that Wu beat, he didn't come in. Calvin didn't come in. It was just them two, and it was like, man. So it took like the whole team. We pushed them back, like, oh, chill. What y'all doing? I put the belt down because I'm like, I'm about to get involved. But the coaches and all of them already had, the trainers had already pushed them back. So we trying to figure out what's going on, like what they on. Like they came in there, Keyshawn pushed Wu against the wall, banged his head against him, and like, what you on? Like, yo, like, I never seen, like, to be honest with you, man, like, I hate drama. I never seen nothing like that. From what I've seen, from what I've heard, and from what, you know, just looking on TV and other people who I've known that ran across Keyshawn Davis, they say he's a pretty stand-up dude, cool dude, this, that, and etc. But from what I've seen so far, man, that was some ghetto shit, man. I didn't, you know, act ghetto and all that. That's the type of mentality he brought when he came in. Like, it was gruesomely ugly, like when he walked up in the locker room and did that. And nobody expected him to do that. We thought he was coming in and congratulating. He came in there and pushed him on the wall. Like, bro, what are you doing? It's not like you, like, bro, for one, you already lost the fight because you came in 4 pounds overweight. And then two, your brother lost, and you coming in there like you gonna make up for his loss or something. Like, what you're doing it was just immature. It showed no class. I mean, I was very disappointed because I always looked at Keyshawn like he was one of those guys that was really, you know, top prospect. I didn't expect that type of behavior from him. And to see him do that against my teammate was like, man, like, I can't respect you now. Like, that was different. And it just showed the type of maturity and the type of class and the type of, you know, person who he really is. You know, because it's not like he was drunk, he wasn't high, he was sober and you did that. You know, and you acted out, and then your brother came behind you and did the same thing. They came in the locker room and pretty much tried to chip him up, and we wasn't having that. The team wasn't having that. But it's like it's a way to carry yourself. you know, and you already embarrassed yourself not making weight, bro. So, damn, like, what? How you making? You digging your own grave? That's just my opinion on it. Honestly.
Shout out to YSN, man, and Naim Parker. Man, he gave his thoughts on it and what happened. He said, you know, and still ain't hearing much of what Keon did, but he said he did the same thing, just followed down behind his brother, basically pushed him up against the wall and headbutted him or something to that effect. Maybe that's how he got that big ass knot on his head that he had on his head. He had a damn speed. He had a speed knot. He had a damn cartoon knot. It's like, how many lumps do you want, George? And that's like he had one of them. Cartoon type knot, man. Ain't gonna do my guy like that, man. He headbutted. What y'all want Keyshawn when the WWE is going on? You headbutted him, bro. And it's good that ain't no fist get to flying, because that would have been bad as hell, man. Like people getting punched in the face with no gloves on, boxers. That could be all bad. You talking about more than a knot. You talking about cuts and different stuff, possible broken hands, fingers, wrists. It's so much stuff that could go wrong in those type of scuffles that you don't need it, bro. You don't need it. So like I said, man, it's a teachable moment, man. I just hope they got the brain capacity, the mental capacity to rationalize with themselves and with each other as a team and you know, avoid a situation like this ever happening again. Because there's like Naim just mentioned in the video, man, that's like digging your own grave. And it really is. It's like, you know what I mean? Digging your own ditch and putting the dirt over your own head. You get what I'm saying? Burying yourself right now. There's a ton of things y'all could have done, and this just wasn't the smart move at all. Y'all done knotted the homie Woo head all up. You know what I'm saying? A knotted homie head all up. Got him looking like Willie Lump. CJ, what it do, homie? What time is it where you at? Soldier J was good with somebody said, Brad, man, need a DNA test. For who? For dude, Naim? Yeah, man, they did. Woo, filthy, man. Bro had that cartoon knot on his joint. It went down after a while, but shout out to John B. He said, now imagine what a young man would have given to be in the position that he was in before this weekend. I said the same thing you just said, bro. People are literally killed to be in the position with that platform, with an opportunity to be defending the title. You get what I'm saying? They be having their brothers on the same card with them fighting at home. Like I said, people 20-some fights in and they never seen a hometown fight. You get me? So, and this was his second one. And he would have been coming into 13-0, 14 fights in. You got 2 hometown fights in close proximity with big crowds with people really coming out to see you. Shout out to John BX. Appreciate you, homie. Big Dog Willie, my guy, man. He said, Low Blow Boxing, Tanky Maniacs is getting his work now. They're the ones hating and capping on subscribe for capping dads of apocalypse. And 749 where you at is 550 where I'm at, G. 550, G. 550 in the afternoon, man. JJ, what it do? Yeah, he gave him that Willie lump. Kind of not, bro. Lumpy. Wasn't big on turquoise in the past. I love the turquoise and Native American gear. For sure, man. You can see that lump swelling up right after the fight. Yeah, his joint was on swole. He popped up on swole. Ain't he a real one? He popped up and did the interview immediately. Bro did the interview like, hey, man, I'm cool. Dang, he says 250 on the West Coast. Shout out to Big Dog Willie, man, over there in the West Coast, in that West Coast weather, man. The average summer, what it do? Mason looked good last night. Enjoyed his defense to offense boxing. Yeah, his transitions from offense to defense or vice versa was smooth. Mason went in there and they did give him the main event and he showed out. He took it and ran with it. Beat Nakatila easily to me. You get what I'm saying? That dude, you know, just a little stay busy fight. That's how he treated Nakatila. So you just know the talent that you're dealing with Mason, and it's just a matter of the right matchups and the right time. And it looked like the sky the limit. And it might come a little bit faster than what he anticipated with Keyshawn not only moving out of the division, but losing the title on the scale. That's going to put him or leave it. That's going to definitely open a path for him to be a world champion. So I like it, man. I like Mason fight, man. He went out there and handled business impressively. On to the next. And I also think it's been his third fight so far this year, so he cooking right now. And I know it ain't over for him. He probably have another couple fights before the year out. Right across for 4 vibes. Yeah, scraped across the 4 vibes. He got stomped out like Lena, brother. Damn, man. Y'all crazy. But Tiger, average someone, Tiger Johnson, I think Tiger did good. He made the fight harder than it had to be. And the only reason I'm willing to say that, he made the fight harder than it had to be, because I think Prentice Brewer was given some of the best instruction of the night of any one fight. His instruction was spot on. He couldn't have gave better instruction or like a game plan. Like the stuff that he was telling them to do was like spot on. And I had a conversation with somebody, and they said it was a chance that maybe because he had 2 people talking to him, or he was getting so much information at one time. And it's possible. But I think that's something. What I seen wasn't nothing outside the norm from Prentice Brewer. And it was like all spot on. Like I felt like it just from the outside looking in, it didn't seem like it was too much for Tiger. It's just a matter of really implementing what he was instructing you to do. And he done it. He did it in spots. And when he did it, he was successful. And you will see the reaction from his coach. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, that was an underrated coaching performance. And it probably would have looked even better if Tiger would have implemented everything he was being told as he was being told, right? Like, had he done that, he might have would have stopped Boca Chica, man. I'm telling you, bro, he got to. And what makes his coach so good, I think he understands him as a fighter. And that's what makes him really good. He know what Tiger could do. Everything he was asking him to do was things that he's capable of doing. I'm telling you, that dude got crazy reflexes. Tiger Johnson got some of the best feints in boxing, bro. He got some of the best feints in boxing, bro. Man, his feints be so quick, and they open up shots for him. I've seen him do this consistently in pretty much all his fights. He got some of the fastest feints in boxing, bro. Some of the best feints that you will watch. Yeah, you got to trust his coach instruction more. That's a fact, bro. Definitely. Jao Patai, I didn't catch his last fight. Didn't he just fight? I didn't catch Opatai fight. I got to go back and look at. Worley got a KO, didn't he? Knocked out, what's his name? Honey. Boca Chica box Tiger head up. His shit was ringing. He's stupid. Tiger could have stopped him if he started pressing him early, like Prentice told him. Yeah, he was doing too much, pulling straight back and trying to, like, you get when I'm pulling back in a straight line and getting hit with shots, allowing him to pressure him instead of like catching, ducking, like how he was telling him to crouch, firing shots. It just was spot on instruction. Shout out to Ann McQueen. It was some of the best instruction that I ever heard from round to round. He even went so far as he started acting it out in the ring, what he physically wanted him to do. You couldn't be no clearer as to what he was asking from him. And again, Tiger did it in spots. He just didn't do it with the consistency I know that his coach, wanted him to and know that he's capable of. That's all. I mean, but he's still growing. Tiger Johnson is. They always match him up, interestingly, kind of tough. He don't really get like these. He don't get those kind of fighters that you just go a couple rounds with and you're going to knock out. Like, they be giving him people that's going to test him and go to rounds with him. So he always learning in there. With Tiger Johnson, it's not a lack of skill or talent, potential, or none of that. It's always going to be how he puts it together on the night. It's always going to be the biggest criticism is how he was his approach and how he put his punches together. He needed more combinations instead of the single shots. He needed to be a little bit more busy and just do exactly what his coach was telling him. And then more body work too. More body work would have definitely helped. And he kept saying it. He was like, Champ, I need the body, man. You got to go to the body. Like, he was so clear, man. It's some of the best instruction I've heard from somebody. Skills, temperament. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is. And the temperament. You're right. Because he almost fight like he's so calm and relaxed that it's to a detriment sometimes because he won't go into the next gear. You get what I'm saying? He'll kind of coast when he could press the issue a little bit more. And like I said, when you see him do it, he do it in spots and he's successful. It's just he got to be more consistent. That's all. It's my biggest critique because he don't get hit a lot. He don't make a lot of big mistakes. And when he was getting hit, it's because he kept doing the same mistake, right? So, making the same mistake, backing up and allowing Boca Chica to force him back to the ropes and stuff like that. And then he'll get certain shots off before he get tied up and Tiger will spin out. But it was a way to avoid that. And I think that what Prentice was telling him to do was perfect. Perfect, spot on. But Tiger was a pussycat. Tiger's a good fighter, man. It just, like Ed said, that temperament, man. You gotta want to hurt, like even with again, his coach was telling him, like, nah, not just scoring, not peppering him. Nah, I want you. We gotta hurt him. Like he was, making it a point to tell him that. Like, I don't want you just peppering this dude and scoring shots. Nah, I want to hurt him. I want body work. You want to hurt this dude. He said, me. If we don't gotta go 10 rounds, get him the fuck out of here. He was telling him, yo, get him out of here. We don't want to go 10 rounds. You gotta go to the body. And that's what he did. That was the biggest takeaway that I just didn't see enough of. Consistent body work. You know what I mean? Y'all, you already know, Creole. Shout out to Willie Lump, man. We still don't know what he looked like, but we know a lot of people that look like him. You get me? We know a lot of people that look like him, but we still don't know what he looked like. You know what I mean? A lot of people go out like Willie Lump, Boca Chica was ready. Facts. And I seen it. He was tired. He said he's like, yo, his mouth already open, bro. And all he needed to do was apply more pressure. More body work consistently. How he was telling him to double jab, telling him to change levels. How he was telling him to go to the body. Everything he told him to do, he was capable of doing. Everything. That dude looked like he was doubling over. His mouth started hanging open more. The arms start dropping even lower. The punches start to have less snap. All the signs were there of a fatigued fighter that if you put the right amount, you press the right button, he might go. That's what I really felt like. And all of the fights I seen in Boca Chica's, that one last night, I feel like he could have got stopped. Definitely. Quentin Randall just boxed him, cleanly boxed him and beat him, outpointed him. Man, he didn't look like he struggled at all. Like he just comfortably beat him out, made the smarter decisions and outboxed him. Tiger did too, but he made the fight tougher in spots where Quentin didn't. And it's the way he chose to defend against Boca Chica's offense. He was allowing him to back him to the ropes, like I said, and press him, going back in a straight line. And after he was jabbing and stuff, he was keeping his head on center line too much. And Prentice was telling him about that. He's like, come on, Tiger, I need some head movement, man. Get your head off the line. You've been having your head on the line all night. It's just like, you just can't get better instruction than that, bro. And I'm going to tell you right off the bat, they're going to go as far as Tiger allowed them to go mentally, in my opinion. That's my honest, humble opinion. That dude got all the skills that he need. He fast. He got good power. He got good size. He moved up to a weight class because it was a little hard for him to make 140. So he looked more natural and filled out at 47. Second fight there, he looked solid, man. And I know he could have looked better just implementing the game plan better. That's all. He just could have implemented the game plan. More consistent work. That's the thing, Roja. Boca Chica ass was ready to go last night, in my opinion. I think I seen opportunities for it. Behind the hands, TV, my dog. Quinn kept Boca Chica uncomfortable. Tiger let him be comfortable. Yeah. And you know how he allowed him? You know what was the difference? Not having a consistent answer when he pressed forward, bro. When he pressed forward with his offense, he allowed him to he gave up too much ground without having an answer. And then with him pulling straight back, not getting his head off the line in spots that allowed Boca Chica to have success, which then built confidence. And he was able to do this in multiple spots throughout the rounds, but it just wasn't enough. Tiger still was doing overall the better work, but he could have just been a lot more consistent with it. And I think he could have stopped that dude. I really do. Yeah, you got the faster hands, trust your defense, catch and shoot. And then you seen him do it a couple times. And then you seen the reaction that he was getting from Boca Chica when he hit him. I'm like, bro, why you not listening? He was telling him, stop cocking your right hand, shoot it straight. Then when he trimmed the fat off the right hand, shoot it straight, he landed. And I'm like, bro, this dude, I don't know, man. That was one of the most underrated coaching performances I ever witnessed, man. I'm telling you. Special of the year, man. That shit was spot on. Spot on. Talk about telling your guy all the right shit from round to round, the openings, telling him how to approach it, where to attack him at. You know what I mean? It is one thing to tell somebody something, but he was showing them how he wanted them to do it, bro. He was on point, trying to get the crowd into it and then not letting your hands go. Nasty work. Every time he did, he had success. That's all you had to do is listen. They not focused. And you got to lock all the way in. Boca Chica been hurt, dropped multiple times. He's a dog, but Boots will stop me. I think Boots will hurt him. Boots would be laying all the hands on him that Prentice wanted Tiger to lay on him. Boots would be doing that because he's not no defensive wizard or nothing like that. He's gonna be getting hit. You know, I can hear you too, Coach. Damn, he did. He told Prentice he could hear him. He told him that Coach he could hear you too. Now he was loud. Coach was loud as hell. Everybody heard Coach. Even the dude behind him had said something to him. He's like, "You turned up something." He dude said something to him. He said, "Well, yeah, I'm turned." You know what I mean? I love that energy from him. He thought he was tentative. Yeah, he was. He was thrilled. He was a bit. He was. Prentice was exasperated and laughing. He said to him, "Tiger, come on now." Said, "You gotta let them hands go." I swear. Yo, he was sweating and everything. Did you see him on live TV after a while? Bro, they put the camera on Prentice Brewer. Yo, he was sweating like he was having a fight, bro. That's from demonstrating the punches that he wanted to throw. He was in there crouching, catching and shooting. He was demonstrating exactly what he wanted to see Tiger do. That shit was gold, bro. Yeah. I heard it clearly. He was like, come on, man. He was outside the ring like, yo, I ain't see one body shot. Something he said, I'm gonna curse his ass out. I'm cursing his ass out when I get in the ring. I said, yo, I love it, yo. Whoever I did was to keep the camera on him. It was smart. One of the best moves they could have made, bro. One of the best moves, man. Dude started shadow boxing. I'm telling you, hey, Teach. That's when he had enough. Teach. He started shadow boxing. He said, hey, look, man, this is exactly what I want you to do, man. Oh man, shout out to my dog behind the hands TV. He's stupid. They said dude start shadow boxing, man. That shit was funny. If you don't get the zigger, I'm telling you, yo, he was on his ass. He's like, I'm gonna curse his ass out. I'm gonna curse him out. Tiger kept coming back over there cool as hell. He's so cool and calm, his demeanor is, but I think it's a bit to his detriment and not to the point where he losing, but he gives up certain moments because of the temperament and not fully trusting in the work he put in and what he capable of, because he got great reflexes. He fast as hell. Like I say, he got some of the fastest foot feints and feints in general that I've seen in boxing, and they're effective because he get results from it. It's all putting it together, yo. The performance before this one was one where he put it together, and you seen it. You see what it looked like when he put it together. That's all I'm saying. He just need to be more consistent from fight to fight with that. That's my biggest overall critique to me, because I think he got all the talent. I think he got all the talent that he need, bro. I think he got the frame and size to compete at 47. He's smart enough. He hit hard enough. He got the pedigree, man. He's talented enough. He belong at 47. And trying to get hit with no hot shot. I'm telling you, yo, he ain't beat either though, because he ain't a stupid fighter. He don't like giving up, those silly shots. You get what I'm saying? But he got to know what some of the defensive moves that he was making was putting him in a position to get hit some of the times. And he was running out of real estate. Whenever the fight was kept in the center of the ring, it's just telling two different fights. If he allowed Boca Chica to back him to the ropes, that's where he had mild success. Get what I'm saying? Other than that, he had it. He like, you think about it, faster hands. He had him beat in every department pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Smarter, better, more pedigree. Like, it's just applying that shit. Applying it, really trusting what you are as a talent and knowing that you better than what you are. Stand your ground. That's what he was doing. He was giving up ground too much. And that's what behind the hands was talking about. He allowed Boca Chica to get comfortable like that. Get what I'm saying? Allowing that dude to keep coming forward and then straight lining it, and he landing because he punching in combination and he get 1 or 2 home, and then you'll tie him up or spin. You know what I mean? Spin out of the corner or whatever, or from the ropes. But by that time, he already got, he done had his moments. You know what I'm saying? So that's all. It's just he got to keep learning, man. I still see that Tiger is developing and as a fighter, and it's cool. It's cool. You know what I mean? He's just not looking bad to me in no performances, and I don't think he regressing or nothing as a fighter. So he's straight. He's straight. It's all about the night, man. Performing on the night. Kristen blocking comments on my boxing talk. Is it? For real? For real? Is it? Is it ready? That's whack. That's whack. Abdullah Sugar Mason. Yeah, man. Abdullah was kicking last night, man. Abdullah. But yeah, Wu had that knock. But man, shout out to DB3, man. This opportunity, man. Yeah, I hope y'all be back stronger. All 3 of y'all as a brand, as a unit, as a team, man. Y'all got some work to do to get back on the good side of the people, man. The people looking at y'all crazy, rightfully so. But like I said, man, the best way for people to forget about this is to show that you could accept responsibility for your situation. Understand, the letdown, the magnitude of the letdown and the missed opportunity. And then you move from there, right? You know what I'm saying? You're not bigger than the sport. Nobody is. No one fighter is bigger than the sport. No 3 fighters, no team, no brothers, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all represent each other. Y'all represent the sport, y'all city, y'all family, y'all people, y'all team. So it's a lot riding. It's a lot that come with being in the spotlight that y'all got because y'all are talented. Y'all a talented group of fighters, man. Y'all a talented group of brothers and a talented group of athletes. And with that is coming responsibility and a light that shine bright where y'all got to respond well in these moments, man. The boxing source, my dog, what's good, bro? How you feeling? Giving Derek Scooter Davis performance of the night. Yeah, he did his thing. Still recovering from having out there last night. I missed the altercation. Dang. Yeah, it was wild. Ain't shit, but a Tiger outclassed the dude and dropped the champ. Scooter a problem? Yeah, he is. He is. So that's how you do it, man. I don't want to beat a dead horse, but DB3 did drop the ball this weekend because there was so much riding on it and everybody paying attention. And it was so many people that had to kind of, go a 180 on what they thought about Keyshawn Davis because he continued to prove it. And this only proves what people wanted to feel about you anyway. So now you got work to do. And I hope y'all smart enough to fix the situation before, anything gets worse for y'all. So far as if they can recover from this, I think they can. If they will is the question, right? Because that's all up to them. And out of all of this, Tito Mercado did call out Albbright, called him a Chris Brown looking ass and say he'd fight him. That'd be a cool fight. Or like I said, if Keyshawn really still has some unfinished business or an issue with Nahir Albright, they could always fight at 140. You know what I mean? Keyshawn is headed up there anyway. Why wouldn't they get in there and mix it up? I don't see one reason why they shouldn't fight. You get what I'm saying? Fight. Got to. So it was an avoidable altercation, man. I think Crawford asked. I hope Crawford was able to have a conversation with them brothers and sit them down and school them a little bit. And hopefully they was able to talk to each other. Shit, you know what I mean? Get some straightening with each other because they had to know, like, yo, we just bugged out. You know what I mean? Especially with Calvin. Calvin looked pretty level-headed and responsible, man. I know he looking at it like, bro, we just tripped out. That's why he put out that statement and shit. So, you know what I mean? You have to care. You put out a respectable statement. Yeah, Calvin been the most level-headed, yeah, through the whole thing, and that's what they were saying. And I would understand with the younger brothers' position because you know the younger ones. I'm a you know the youngest out of my brothers, so I know how it is, and you know I definitely got my own temper of my own. So, and you know if you seen your big bro on a certain type of time, you really don't ask questions. You kind of be on that same type of time, but somebody that's a little older might be able to look at it and be like, you bugging. And I ain't saying just because you're younger, you can't look at it like that. That's possible too, but it's still a very good chance that the younger one might be with this shit too. So you get what I'm saying? So you just got to be, say you're the youngest of your siblings also. So you know what I'm saying? I know how it is being the youngest bro, but I understand that, you know, in a situation like that, where you're on a big platform, a big stage, and you want your little brother light to shine as bright as possible. You know what I mean? He got a body shot knockout. He left his dude on all fours crawling in the corner. You get what I'm saying? Dude couldn't get up. Beautiful body shot knockout. Little bro went to work. And that was going to be the highlight of the night because it's unfortunate that Kelvin took the L. You know what I mean? But credit to Wu because he did what he was supposed to do, man. It was a great win for him. Great win for him. But most important thing, just learn and move on and how to avoid situations like this moving forward. You know what I mean? Stand your ground, aka shout out to the Resistance. Shout out to my dog Creel, man. But yeah, you got to. Little bro, my family with my bro too. So I see why Keon was gonna go. You get it. So I know how I go. Reed, but you gotta be smart. Because if you're not, her top rank didn't have to pay Santos, but they did. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, he got his whole purse, Teach. He got his entire purse. I think it was somewhere around 600K when it was all said and done too, something like that. So he got his entire purse. Keyshawn missed out on $1 million payday, a title defense, an opportunity to force Tito in a fight in your next weight class up. It's a lot. So just hope I hope he's sitting somewhere reflecting and figuring out his next move and just how to avoid things like this moving forward. I mean, identify the mistakes where you went wrong, keep them emotions in check, understand that, and you in a sport where if you got issues with people, especially a guy that you already fought, they probably could have set up another fight between y'all. And that's my thing. That's my biggest thing. I can understand you being mad at him. He done beat your brother, but still, if they fought like men, you know what I'm saying? They fought like men. You should have just challenged him for a rematch or something. In a perfect world, that's what you should have did. Shook his hand, you know what I mean, and try to set up another fight. You know what I mean? Because he already talking about running it back with you. So it would have been an opportunity not hard to make is what I'm saying. You could have easily made that fight happen. Could have easily made it happen. Easily. So, is, you know, for thousands of people to be asking for tickets back, I know that's like, that gotta suck. You get what I'm saying? That's not something that's not a situation you want to be in. Because I'm telling you, fans could be unforgiving. I'm saying people that push you to the forefront and have your name plastered everywhere. When that support dwindle, people stop talking about you. That shit hit different, man. Honorable thing. Yeah, they did. I shout out the top rank for getting that man his bread. Yeah, they got too much talent. As a family, they got too much talent. You would be two people after you bother. It's Keyshawn or Josue Vargas, brother crying outside the ring. Choose wisely. I'm telling you. Or you could be DB3 and go shake hands and be like, man, good shit, bro. Well played. You know what I mean? Well played. Edwin wanted that fight. With what? With Keyshawn. Yeah. I hear it was Sampson. That made the decision. They said he touched Keyshawn back or something like that. And he realized that he didn't even try to make weight. He was like dry, didn't even try to attempt to make the weight. So he said, you know, they erred on the side of caution and decided not to go through the fight, through with it. You know what I'm saying? So legacy remains what it do, homie. I'll tell y'all something else, boxing source. Somebody else in the card was offered that Edwin fight too. Somebody else was offered the Edwin fight, y'all. Somebody else was offered the opportunity to fight him, and they was cool on it. I mean, I guess they already had, it was locked in with their opponent, but yeah, man, I got word that Abdullah Mason got offered to fight with Edwin De Los Santos, and he turned it down. They could have been fighting De Los Santos on the card, and they could have been fighting De Los Santos. I know it would have been like a quick ass. I'm guessing like a quick switch up, right? To kind of you preparing for one guy and then you going in there with him. If you look at it from that perspective, it's kind of a dangerous fight, tricky fight, because you didn't prepare for him at all, and then for him to pop in like that. You know what I mean? You would have been able to fight him. It would have been pretty dope. Yeah, I got that from an inside source. From an inside source from a fighter, man. Yep. Told me he was offered to fight with De Los Santos. It was like, nah, they cool on it. Yeah, I can understand it. I can understand it to a degree. You know what I'm saying? Because of, like I said, with it being such a short time to get ready and prepare for him. Like, I try to be very sensible about things. I'm not in no way trying to make him look like he ain't want something, but that's why the way fans talk, he was supposed to take the fight. Let me put it in its proper context and perspective. The way fans talk, he would have took this fight the way they talk. He want to do everything, but realistically, when it's time to make a decision like that, you don't rush it. That's what I'm thinking, like, right? You don't rush that, or you don't just, that's the only thing I could think of, because they was prepared for one guy and it was so close, and it's like, yo, we're gonna see it through. That opportunity is there in the future, then you probably take it, right? Because without preparation, fighting a guy that dangerous that can punch like that with a Mason that's coming up, he been knocked down twice in his career in one round, right? It's just things to consider, and it's about being smart, making smart moves that make sense. So although the opportunity would have been a significant one, but it's very risky, and maybe that's how they felt too. It's like maybe not the smartest move to make, but yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. You know what I mean? For the people to know. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking through. You know what I mean? Lack of preparation, bro. And that's why I say it's not about being tough or proving to people that don't fight that you with the smoke, but you also got to be smart about it. You give yourself the adequate time to prepare for anybody, you can beat them. But without that, then it can go the other way. So that's what to me, when I fully think about this situation, that's how I look at it, right? Now they erred on the side of caution, right? And probably say no, but shit ain't got nothing to do with ducking. It's just being smart to me and knowing where your guy is, right? It's not a fight that you need to take under them circumstances, because you already worked your way in this situation. You number 2, and you've been doing it your way. Every move you made been calculated, strategic, and it been y'all making these moves collectively, right? That would be one deviating outside the plan. Now would be a great opportunity and a great prove it moment, but is the risk worth the reward? And it could be, but is it necessary that you go outside of what you're already doing that's being successful, and you right there, and you probably a fight or two away, especially with this guy falling out and moving out of the division, you get me? So it's like, it's one of them things where, yeah, you could possibly could have took the opportunity for sure. But then there's the other side where it's like, look, what we doing is working, and we right here anyway. So we don't need to do nothing different than what we doing. We prepared for this guy, not him. This is who we going to fight. And on top of that, we're getting an opportunity to be a main event in this situation too. We're going to take this on top of that. We're going to take this spotlight. We're going to take this free TV time. You know what I mean? Us being the last guy to fight. We're gonna steal this crowd that was supposed to be watching Keyshawn fight, and we're gonna perform in front of them. And we're gonna get us some new fans, and we're just gonna keep it pushing. I think that was the thought process behind it, and it's a pretty smart one. You know what I'm saying? It's smart, because you don't want the last thing you do is want to rush and put him in a situation where he get beat. You know what I'm saying? And for deviating away from the plan when you're right there knocking at the doorstep. You get what I'm saying? It's a lot to think about, but for certain fans, like I said, that do the talking for him, he was supposed to take that fight, right? But nah, I get it. Cecil, what it do, homie? The Butcher, what's good, fam? Yeah, they know it. They know it. They ended up booing him. Mason, yeah, they was booing Mason. I did hear that, but I didn't think it was him they was booing. I thought they were booing the fact that like I don't know how like what the crowd was able to know based on what was being said, but you know, it seemed like people knew once they knew the situation happened, they started booing the situation, not so much the fight. I could be all wrong, but I didn't think they were booing Mason because I didn't see a reason to boo him, right, at all. I didn't see no reason to boo him, but I thought they were booing, you know, the decision. I mean, the situation. You know, I don't know if people caught wind of it or whatever the case, and they started booing. So it was weird. It was weird, man. Oh, but did you saying they just booed him? Period. Like, that's wild that they did just for what? Being the main event? It's kind of weird. I don't know, man. Maybe because they being loyal to their guy. I don't know. But Mason's an easy dude to root for, to cheer for, man. He do everything right, bro. As far as like how a fighter's supposed to move, answer questions, behave, conduct themselves in the ring, like he check all them boxes. So I don't see a lot of reasons to be mad at dude. I just don't personally. I don't. They said this was Keyshawn.
Down some ice cream, carton of gummy bears, all the pork skids in Vegas.
Jeff has an entourage. He feeds him.
So he's not eating any of this stuff.
Look, even if the champ were not in perfect condition, he's still a professional fighter. He's got savvy.
Sir.
They said that was Keyshawn trying to make weight. The internet is a fool, bro. The internet is a fool, man. But overall, man, they hopefully they use these next couple weeks to bounce back and to reestablish what they've been building as a solid reputation inside the square circle, man. A lot of that other stuff, you know, they could separate from this situation with the right moves next. You know what I mean? Keyshawn, dude, be smacking like I think it was because of his op not continuing over a cut eye. I think they booed Jeremiah because they felt like he quit and didn't want to get stopped. Yeah, he old though, man. That's why I say at this point, been 47, 146 all camp, right? And then gonna say this.
I don't want to make 135 no more, but I really can still make 135.
What about Davis and Davis though? I know
it take two tango. You know what they mean. You're not bringing him up.
That's fair.
Then you say that, and then I can make 135, but I really don't want to make 35. It was like, damn, Keyshawn, what are you doing, bro? What are you talking about? You got them little shits, Skittles, sodas, popcorn, you tripping. Yeah, but it backfired, man. Sometimes you make mistakes in life that don't go your way, and I think, you know, Saturday and this weekend was a prime example of that, and the latest victim of it was Keyshawn Davis. You know, he tried to make some calculated moves, and it didn't work out in his favor. Now he got to bounce back. Now he got to get back. You feel me? Damn, man. And it's crazy because he was so cut up. I didn't never picture him being all overweight. Remember when he had the video saying, I'm cut like dope. He was ripped up. I didn't think he would be no 4 pounds over. I just would like to know what was the thought process behind it and what was the final decision behind doing that. Like who said, yeah, let me do that. Let's do this. Habitual liar might work out. Yeah, I hope so. Should be a wake-up call, honest wake-up call for Keyshawn, man. And he should be the, you know, make some shit happen from here. He should be. He should be. I believe Top Rank did this. Yeah, man. Top Rank. I hope they don't find themselves getting cut or not. I heard this fight would have extended Keyshawn's contract with Bob by 5 fights. He wants to be with Top Rank. Shout out to EJ20, man. Hey, that's interesting. Because it did seem like a pretty bad move. Could be a way to try to get out, but Bob knew the game, man. Bob might be able to catch on to that. The weight stuff, yeah. Could be, man. That's a good point, EJ. You never know. These dudes do be trying to find ways. Need 4 weeks to get in shape and be able to drop the rehydration costs 4 weeks before the fight on May 1st. Wow. I didn't even realize that. And they still was going to go through with it. Like I said, ultimately it was Samson, bro, and they wasn't beat. I think that's what that does. I think that frees up for him. Bomac did say that in the clip. Yeah. Keyshawn was seen munching on potato chips with top-ranked pre-fight camp videos. Yeah, they planned it. I mean, unofficially, I'll say that. Yeah, I got word that it was planned. I got word that it was planned and it backfired. I'll say that. I got word that it was planned and it backfired. You know, 35 pounds of the fans hyped up. Tank all crashed out to us. Core let them boys grow up. I don't think so though. I think Tito is an idiot. Garcia for sure. Devin ain't crashed out. He just made he made a bad move with Ryan, but I think he's good. And Core's still good. It's just like long as you still winning. Winning cures all that stuff. You just gotta stay on the winning side. You get me? Shout out to the boxing source. Yeah, man. Mac, I know he feeling it. Yeah, me too. You hear me? I heard it. So, I mean, it seems like it though, because you see other clips of him talking about not making 35. You know what I'm saying? You see it happen, and it's like, oh, yeah, because you don't mistakenly be over 4 pounds. You know what I mean? 4.3 over the weight. You just don't. And you've been making it. You just made it a few months ago. It ain't no way you outgrown it to that degree where you had to be that heavy. I don't see it. I think you try to be strategic with something, and I just don't think that it played out to your benefit. It didn't work in your favor. That's all that was, I think. Core going in there with it hit different now for sure, right? Yeah. Core got in there injured, sick, multiple ailments. They thought he was going to pull out, throwing up in rounds in between camp, and he still went out there and beat Edwin De Los Santos like that. Crazy. Oh yeah, but that he ain't crashed. That that was like he ain't get into nothing like that. Tim Bradley had got him in that situation. He was good, but you're right. I remember that. Going since yesterday, I know how that be, man. Man, get you some tea, boxing source, man. Get you some tea, bro. Get you some tea. Yeah, no, but yeah, man. We other than the debacle, I mean, the fights was pretty solid yesterday. Junto Nakatani got him another dub today. Fabio Worley got a knockout. Jao Patai, I gotta go catch that fight. I didn't get to see it. I didn't catch it, man. I'm drinking tea all day. Oh yeah, man. You probably gonna need some time though, cause I already know how that be. You know what I mean? And you be putting in that work, so I know how it be. It'll come back. You probably need a day or two, maybe. Maybe a day or two. But shout out to everybody, man, that pulled up for Sunday boxing build. I just wanted to recap the fights from last night, this morning. And y'all know, man, we get to start strong tomorrow morning, man. It's going to be more to talk about from this situation. It's a lot more to come. What's next for Mason? What's next for DB3 as a whole? What's next for Keyshawn? And each of these guys individually, you know what I mean? Shout out to Behind the Hand. Spent my afternoon with them young killers from Jersey. Salute to you, bro. You already know. I'm going to hit both of them too, man. Like, what's happening, kinfolk? What they call him, the Manster. You know what I'm saying? Manster, Zaybot. Hit both of their ass, man. Shout out to both of them, because we got to make this connection, man. We got to keep building this this Jersey. I don't even know what to call it yet. But I'm gonna figure out something to call it. But we building, we keep making these connections with these Jersey guys, man. I'm tired. Yeah, I gotta. I missed it too. I gotta go catch. Matter of fact, I gotta catch the replay anyway. Wait for a good scrap coming up. Yeah, So, man, one of these lightweight fights that we was talking about wasn't to be, man. Keyshawn didn't get to make the statement. Instead, it was Abdullah making a statement in his place, in his hometown. And now Keyshawn is left having to pick up the pieces. Him and DB3 collectively as a unit, they're going to have to fix some things and, you know, get back to where they're supposed to be at, you know. But shout out to everybody, man. I appreciate all the love. Shout out to all the channel members, everybody hit that like button and super chat. I appreciate y'all. And another dope build in the books, man. We got some more to talk about tomorrow because there's a lot of other stuff we're going to cover too, man. But I'm pretty sure this is going to come back up because it's going to be something to come out from all of this. More statements, more people trolling, more different comments. You know, a lot of people feel a certain type of way about what happened, and you know, everybody gonna speak their minds on it. Some people was waiting for a chink in the armor with Keyshawn, or waiting for him to slip up, and he gave them what they was looking for, and now they about to take it and run with it. But that's the game, you know, that's the nature of the game. Shout out to Cornflakes. Y'all stupid, man. Fight week for Zay and the shot Dev, yes sir, man. And hopefully before it's all said and done, I can have both of them on the channel. Manny too, his brother as well, man. We just gonna keep building. But again, shout out to everybody that pulled up on this good Sunday. And y'all make sure y'all tap in tomorrow, 4 o'clock. And we gonna build on this boxing, y'all. How we always do. So with that, peace to the fan.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes. Got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see him jump in whenever they go live. Peep it. His channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Jusdu shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme's sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Jusdueboxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Jusdu. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click the link.
In the building. Make sure y'all subscribe to Jusdueboxing, the best boxing talk on YouTube.
Jusdueboxing in the building, 4 o'clock shorty, man. Y'all make sure y'all check him out. He's going to be live today at 4 o'clock, man. And he's going to be spewing some good stuff as he always do with an unbiased approach, man. He's probably the most unbiased channel on YouTube.
What's going on? And one of my favorite channels, if y'all into that pugilistic perfection, if y'all into that boxing, that's that boy Jusdueboxing here on YouTube. Make sure y'all check out Jusdueboxing, the only unbiased boxing channel on YouTube, because I am definitely biased when I talk about boxing. So
as always, we got to shout out everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to my brother Jusdu. Y'all make sure y'all go sub to Just, man. Just doing a hell of a job over there. Had a great interview today. The brother, and I say it respectfully, one of the most non-biased individuals that I've ever heard speak on the sport of boxing. And I got a lot of love and respect for my brother Just, man. And right now we're going to give him his just due. Shout out to my brother Jusdu, man. Much love and respect.